eventually. You are protected. You are protected. Calm down. Slow down your energy. Calm down. Slow down. Calm down. 44 minutes to 4, an angel walked up to my door, opened the windows to my soul, told me he think that I should know there's no slowing down. As the globe spins around, you gotta keep going, 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 gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. If there's one thing that I learned while in those county lines, it's that everything takes time. You have gotta lose your pride. You have gotta lose your mind just to find your peace of mind. You have gotta trust the signs. Everything will turn out fine. So why aren't you smiling? Why aren't you smiling? Life can get wild when you're caught in a whirlwind. Lost in the world when you're chasing the wind. You gotta understand, there's really no end, there's really no beginning, there's really no real, there's really no pretending, there's really no fail, there's really no winning, 'cause nothing really is and everything really isn't. You gotta keep going, you gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. 3 deep breaths, 10 steps backwards, going backwards. Now I'm switching lanes, tire marks on my heart. It don't beat the same. Well, rest your weary heart, dry your teary eyes. I know you were scarred, torn apart inside. Darling, so am I. Baby, I was born tired, getting more tired as time passes me by. I'ma need more fire, way more fire. So pass that thing my way. La da 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 da. been a long night, long life, long time fighting. Let out a long sigh, alright, why am I trying? Cause look at how far you have come, and look at all that you have going. Look at who you have become. Baby, you gotta keep going. Ooh, oh. Rest your weary heart, dry your teary eyes. I know you are scarred, torn apart inside, 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 inside. Darling, so am I, so am I. Baby, I was born tired, getting more tired as time passes me by. I'ma need more fire, way, way more fire. So pass that thing my way. I'm tired, but I'm fired up. 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 I'm sleepy. And it feel like sometimes I cry, 'cause I feel so good to be alive. And there's not a doubt inside my mind that you're still here, right here by my side. I'll take some rain with my sunshine. I'll take some rain with my sunshine. I'll take some rain with my sunshine.
Sacred women, it's time to rise.
Sacred woman, if you love yourself, let me hear you say I'm sacred. Sacred woman, if you feel divine, let me hear you say I'm sacred. Sacred woman, if you're ready to ride, let me hear you say I'm sacred. Sacred woman, if you know you're powerful, let me hear you say I'm sacred. Women heartbroken, hurt by men, healing within, accept nothing. Women beaten down, women walking the street. All the women who
sisters are helping each other to be more powerful, and they're giving them more grace, and they're showing them how to run their own businesses and companies, and how to write books, and how to overcome their relationship issues. And it's just that, I call it quilting, our purpose. And that purpose must be delivered. When we come to this world, we're delivered into this world, but we come with our purpose already in us. And if we don't live out our purpose, we're always sad, hurt, or wounded. A lot of times we're afraid. We've been, 4 years of chattel slavery. We've been stunted, our growth. But much connect from the ancestral women says we can birth anything that we set our minds to. And so I'm seeing the women birthing and being ecstatic. See, the women are cleaning, they're vegetarians, they're vegans, they're live foodists. But they're also culturally conscious, and the women are coming from different spiritual houses. They're Muslim sacred women, and Christian sacred women, and Buddhist sacred women, and Akan sacred women, and Yoruba sacred women, all from a root from the Nile Valley woman. And that root has branches, and those branches, if we feed the women, the branches will be vibrant. And every gateway just gives us the strength to now birth our purpose. If we see a sister, we all come together and we help her. We nurture each other. And all in sacred, we also nurture our men. We want our men to be strong and able. We nurture our children. We nurture the elders. So it's a circle of love. So that's why I believe women are looking for their medicine, and they find their medicine in the gateways, and they're mystical women. They're enchanting women. A group of sisters asked her to come and bless the circle. She said, oh, like they said, black girl magic. Oh, you want some of that sacred woman magic. You know, that fabulousness and that peace and that joy and that colorful spirit and that loving being. They want that. The women want, and the men want. Everyone loves the sacred woman. I am Queen Afua, and I want to welcome you into the Sacred Woman series.
What I loved about the program is the sisterhood, how the women are so united and they bring everything to the table. They don't hold back, and they have support. They have all this great support from the moots down to even the new sisters that come in. They everyone supports each other with any problems or trials or traumas. I just love it. I love it.
Well, I say to all brothers, first and foremost, if your wife is willing and wanting and looking and searching to become something other than who she is now, and she decides to go down this path, you should be right beside her, behind her, in front of her, all around her, because what she's going to get from this is going to affect you in such a way, it's going to lift you up. You cannot be like every other typical male that wants to hold their woman back from moving forward. You have to support her. You have to listen to her, because if you listen to her, your life is going to be so much better.
My favorite part of the program has been I love Ascension. The Ascension ceremony and the purification rituals that go as a part of it when we go out to the beach, when we go to the garden. Actually seeing the women come together face to face is just one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. So before the Sacred Women program, I was so lost. And I always say, like, the ancestors came and got me. That's always like my phrase. And they really did.
What I would tell another husband that has a wife going through the program, I would tell him to keep an open mind. You have to really listen to the things that your wife might be telling you and what she's experienced and what the meaning of certain things were and stuff. You got to keep a level of where, that you can't just be closed-minded to anything that the journey that they're going through, as if just because you don't understand it. You have to take the time out to listen.
Okay. So you want Bobby to sit there and I sit behind Bobby on the stool while we look up. How do you want to do? How do you sit? Okay, so Bobby, you sit me on a chair.
Okay.
And perfect contrast with your
Queen Afua. Welcome to the welcome reception for the Queen Afua Wellness Institute. And I bring to you now Queen Afua.
Wow, I'm just so delighted, so happy to be with everyone. This is the right of spring. This is Women's History Month. We just passed International Women's Day, my daughter's birthday, March the 8th. Shanice Terrain. I'm so happy to be with our global community. And today we're going to experience various aspects of the Afua Wellness Institute, our school. Our primary school is Sacred Woman. Sacred Woman is really the opener of the way. There's so much to share today. I'm kind of really over the top. I want to let you know that because I have my sacred Sa. I just received my sacred Sa. I just received, which is Asaneva's head. I just received my wings of Ma'at just now. And I have my wings with amethyst, Sonora, on my ears.
At the eyeball and the tip of a diamond at the top.
Oh, so you know this is impeccable, ancient beauty of now. So I want to say thank you, Sonora, to the depths. Sonora Grasamar Sepatime. And he known as Baba Huru. He will be speaking with you as one of our master teachers and also the historical consultant and advisor and research consultant of this wonderful text, your text, many of them will call their Bible, Sacred Woman.
Sacred Woman, a guide to healing the feminine body, mind, and spirit, is a literary classic from Queen Afua, a 40-year holistic practitioner and wellness coach. The book has sold over 200,000 copies worldwide. It inspired women like Jada Pinkett, Willow Smith, Erykah Badu, Lauren London, India Arie, just to name a few. It has been developed into a rites of passage online program which has successfully graduated over 3,000 women. The Ascension is a 3-day retreat where sacred women come together to strengthen the bonds of sisterhood using the gateways, womb yoga dance, and other powerful healing modalities. The documentary film series tells stories that highlight the creation, power, and impact of the book. Alongside Queen Esther, Queen Afua has built Sacred Women into a global community influencing the lives of 2 million women and their families. Join us in celebrating the 20th anniversary of Queen Afua's Sacred Woman book.
Joy to be with you today as well. You'll meet them. They represent the beauty and the unity and the sisterhood of us in Heaven's Head. And then we have one new initiate coming through, and she just did. I won't say she beat the face. She lifted it up. Deborah. And so we're just so honored to have, because she represents 100 of you. Yes? And we are going to start with our prayer. And you can just look at the glory of the Most High. You know, when you see impeccable beauty everywhere, it just does something for you. So that when the garden is in full bloom, Bobby Shangi had said about sacred women represents the full bloom of a woman. And the bloom only gets better over time. The more seasoned you are, the more you walk the path. You can go through so many changes if you can hold in a sacred woman through the storms and the hurricanes and the end and the new beginnings, then you will truly blossom. That's what the gateways are all about. I normally have been seeing you for a year, 4 seasons in LA. Right now, I'm in my hometown. I'm in Brooklyn. And it's good to be here as well. So, but you're everywhere, and we are everywhere. So let's open up our palms, or place our palms over our hearts, and we'll say our Sacred Woman Spirit prayer to open the way. Sacred Spirit, hold me near, close to your bosom. Protect me from all harm and fear beneath the stones of life. Direct my steps in the right way as I journey through this vision. Sacred Spirit, surround me in your most absolute perfect light. Anoint me in your sacred purity. Give me peace and divine insight. Bless me, truly bless me, as I share this sacred life. Teach me, Sacred Spirit, to be in tune with the universe. Teach me how to heal with the inner and outer elements of air, fire, water, and earth. Inter, which means giving thanks to the divine. The divine within all of us and all the many names, and the divine in this full circle who has opened the way for us to wake up the healer within. When it asks you who you are as you go through your journey, as you continue to heal and transform, Sacred Woman in the Making, and that's who's on the call. I would also welcome in the families of Sacred Woman in the Making, the husbands, the best friends, the children, the elders. We're going to welcome all the family members, and we want you to come today because we wanted you to witness what your loved one will go through, because as they will heal, guess what? You're also going to heal. As the sacred women tap into their inner treasure, you're going to be tapping into your inner treasure. The families will heal together. These sacred women will transform the homes. And as they do that and transform themselves, we start to have healthy families. It's a wonderful thing. So let's say this, when they ask you who you are, what will we tell them? We are the women who lighten the darkness. We have come to lighten the darkness. It is lightened. We have overcome the destroyers. We are there for those who weep, who hide their faces, who sunk down. They looked upon us then. We are the women. We are the healers. We are the women. We are the healers. We are the women. We are the healers. I think when I think about Empress Okweke. Yes. When she was in her body, she's in the body of the spirit now. But when she's in her physical body, she would come and throw coins, dollar bills, and such throughout our center, QAWI in Brooklyn, on Kingston Avenue, and she would go through just like we just did, and she would just be singing a joyful sound to raise the vibration and to remind us that we are sacred, holistic royalty, and that this is our time to rise. I would like I'm going to pour libation with that water that's right there. I'm going to pour libation. Pass me that. Will you have everything? Mm-hmm. Well, then please bring it forward. Give thanks. Oh, how lovely. Okay, so they are setting up the altar. And you will set up your altar too, so that the altar represents you. It's nothing to be frightened about. It's an expression of who you are. And the altar is to magnify your past, to magnify your mental, spiritual, emotional aspirations. It is to magnify and strengthen your purpose, why you came on the planet. It is to help you to stay focused so that you will not fall away from the teachings, that you will maintain them, and every single day that you go to your altar, which is your inner self, your divine self, that you become stronger as you go from gateway to gateway to gateway. So while they are setting up the altar, I will just brief you in the family. Then we're going to, once I go through the gateways, I'll just do an introduction to gateways. Then I would like for everyone in the circle with me, the light will come to with everything I need to. Oh, how lovely. Then everyone here in the circle will share with you, and they will share with you what they will be offering to you as you go through your rites of passage. Yes, and as we go through all of that, we are very, someone killed the eye. Deborah, did you nearby?
Yes.
Remember that song, I Need You Now? I got for 1 second. I went off the tape back, it's okay. Thank you so much. And so what we will do is I'm gonna go through just a briefing of each gateway while we're setting things up. Thank you. You can tell. Perfect. Perfect, lovely. And the first gateway, the gateway is the gateway of Nut. Nut is the universal mother. And we follow her path of the light. And she says to our daughters, you are shining beings dwelling in light. Nuku, nuku, amiku. And in that light, we can say, put it right there. We'll turn it.
Okay.
And what we will do is we will read her prayer. And she's representing, we're preparing for Mother Moon. She's here now. Thank you. Oh, wow. It took so much to be here. It took thousands of years, but we're here. Isn't that wonderful? You had to be born into this era, this time, and bring forth your power. So Mother Nude represents our wound healing. So any of the women who may be suffering from endometriosis, fibroid tumors, vaginal discharge, cysts, incest in the family, toxic hit and run lovers, all of that pain, struggle, and madness, that will be a thing of the past. As you learn the teachings using the plant-based lifestyle of the foods, the herbs, the juices, the flower essence, the aromatherapy, the color therapy, the meditations and the affirmations and the breath work of you, you'll be able to heal your wound. And because we're going to go through an entire season, when you get to the other side, you will not have a wound issue. And if you do, it will be so minute that one more season will just clear the wound out completely. Because we know, as we take sacred woman, it's not just the mind of the womb, it's the womb of the mind. And what we think we create is the womb of the heart. It's what we feel we create, and then it's our seat of creation. So what we think and what we feel, we birth through our seat of creation. Today we birth through wellness. I want to take just a moment. I want Kazi to go and fetch the name. Cesar. Thank you, Cesar. Please go, Kazi, and fetch her, because she is going to be taking the journey with us. And I met her through my children. They all know her. And she has been looking for me and looking for sacred women. And I know she has over 9 million followers. And they're going to be transformed through her transformation. So I definitely want you, and I promised that I would walk her. I would hold her hand through this journey. And today is her beginning. I want her to be there. If any of you have any friends or family who you know this will be good for them, you are to reach out to them at this moment and do a call and call them out to be here in the circle. All right. And so Nut is about wound healing. So we say that we take her teachings in and we say Nuku Nut, which is I am Nut. Nut is indwelling as an indwelling principle. And then we move into our now next day.
Before
That's
we move to
the
Jurassic
opener
Park event
of the
and
way.
release this GE mosquito into our community, I think it has us to understand that we.
And then we have Tahuti. And Tahuti represents, or Tahuti represents the power of the word. It also represents the scribe. And so some of you become writers during the 12 weeks. That you've always knew that you was a writer. The writer was inside of you, but then you're going to have clear up the way so that you can think clearly, you can research in a profound way, and you can bring your purpose and your vision by writing out what message you came to give to the world. And so we bear witness that the Tahuti within you will be restored. And we sing the chant, Hekau. And in this space, I'll ask everyone to join me who knows this a little bit. Take a deep breath. So from now on, you exhale words that you say, words that only strengthen, words that fortify, and words that empower. Everyone in the room. Once again, words of power, medicine. Well, I felt that spirit of echo in the space. Oh, I will be sure to watch my words. May my words be sacred medicine. All of us. So no matter what word was given to you as a child, someone might have cursed you out, told you wasn't worth anything, and we're just going to say echo until every part of our being is knitted in beauty and power and strength. Every word that we utter. And then we go from sacred medicine for the womb to medicine of the word. You are divine. You are powerful. And then we move into Ta'ert. And you can open up your text and follow it. Sacred Woman text. The anniversary copy. Oh, how lovely. Oh, how lovely. I must have it. I just must take a wood break with the purple straw. Oh my gosh. It's nothing like having a conscious woman. Conscious women around you. I'll tell you, please be encouraged because it's about to be on. Your life is about to be transformed and you are going to fully grow on your quest to liberation. And in the spirit, we take the food as medicine. And some of you are maybe eating dead food, so you feel dead. Or eating foods that destroy your immune system, so you have contracted all type of diseases. And one is the coronavirus because it's pure internal pollution. We must detox ourselves out of the bondage of disease. And so we use food as medicine. Everything that we eat heals. It's all from the garden foods, alkaline foods, vegetarian level, vegan level, live food eating, live juicing, herb tonics. All of that is how sacred women live. And we live that life daily. And that's in the spirit of Ta'ert. That is the mother of the earth and bringing us the vegetation so that every issue that we have, whether it's a cancerous wound or a cancerous emotional state of being, your heart, or a heavy heart, or high blood pressure, you can, over these next 12 weeks, we're going to flush, we're going to wash, we're going to repair ourselves with food as medicine. And we'll be setting up our nutrition kitchens. All the segments will be setting up their nutrition kitchen with their herbs. So from soups to salads to dressings to juicing, they will be eating whole foods, and we give thanks. And then we move ourselves and expand from one gateway to the next into Best represents breaking the spell. She represents us moving on, getting unstuck, getting out of the different traps that we find ourselves in. So we ask Best to help us. And Best, the glyph of Best is the feather, yes, and the sword. In this case, it's the velvet sword. Cutting away corruptible matter and moving on to our true nature. And one of the ways in which I do it and I encourage is through womb yoga dance, Abuim Ka'at. And so through the movement, you'll start to move so much so, you'll stretch, you'll breathe in. They might call it Egyptian yoga, but that's not our name. It's really Kemetic. So Kemetic yoga, and that's through the Boon yoga, that's our Boon Ka'at. And that will keep you vibrant all the days of your life. So as you get older, you become more vibrant. Isn't that something? Normally as you get older, you deteriorate more. But you can, as you get older, you get wiser, you get healthier, you get more flexible, you get stronger. So we do the movements. And that allows us to come out of our toxic relationships that we may feel trapped in, or toxic work that we may be, or a job that we hate, and it's aging us and breaking us down. Or a toxic home, well, then take your whole home and wash your home down and up and all through until your home vibrates at the highest frequency. And then we go from the moving forward into head haru. And head haru is all about the beauty. But beauty is not just outside, beauty is also within. And so how do we tap into our beauty? We have to go and find where the pain is. And then we have to find that pain, because pain takes away your beauty. Pain has you yell at people and curse people and beat yourself and beat your children and argue with your mate. That's what it does. But where's it really coming from? You have to do some inner research. Well, that pain may be coming from your inner child. So you have to go into your inner child and find them and ask the question. So that's because head root takes care of the children. Where does the pain begin? Where did it begin? When you were 5 years old? 6, 7? Did someone yank at you? Did someone curse you? Did someone, was there incest in the family? What happened? That little girl is under the bed right now. But you're a grown woman. She's under the bed and you're a mature woman. She's in the corner. You got married and she's still there. You're under a shower because you feel dirty and not worthy, and you're still locked. You're looking out a window in a daze because she's still crying. And then she doesn't stop until you help her. And then she becomes a teenager. And then she becomes more confused. And she gets toxic boyfriends because she's toxic. And she hurts herself. There was a young woman at age 16, 1 block away from me. She committed suicide because her relationship ended with her mate. She needed us. She needed a rites of passage. She wasn't given her tools. She didn't have her self-worth. So we have a lot of work to do on all the ages. So you must go in, and when you go to sacred, you will meet your inner child, and you will take her to the bath with you, and you will take her to early morning prayer, and she'll feel safe with you now, and she'll feel very inspired, and she'll start to smile. Your inner child will begin to be beautiful because you have connected to her, and you have done the work to heal her. And we give thanks for Hezbollah because Hezbollah drapes. Matter of fact, I have a garment made by Senefer, give it to me, and I love it because that's a part of our culture. Our culture, the whole world came to us in Kemet. They wanted to see the most beautiful women in the world, and they learned how. And the Europeans learned how to take a bath and bathe and wash and anoint themselves. But some of them stayed, and they took over our homes. And sometimes you have a squatter. Sometimes you open up the door and you let people come into your house. They take over your house. Well, that's what happened to us. Well, anyway, we're back home. They say our way is dead. They say our way is no more. And that the ancient healing Nile Valley legacy of thousands of years ago. But we're here and we can remember. It is large in our DNA, tapped down deep in our melanoma. So we travel deep within. And we fasted and we prayed. And then one day, one by one, then 2 by 2, then thousands, then millions of us began to wake up to the ancient healing Nile Valley legacy. And we are here, and we do remember. When you remember, I want everybody to say African natural lifestyle. Just African natural lifestyle.
African natural lifestyle.
Now, whatever I say, I want you to say African natural life. When you promise that no matter what I say, I don't throw you off. I want you to say African natural lifestyle, because what they say is New Age, they say that's holistic. Holistic is New Age. Holistic is not New Age. Holistic is old school. It's ancient. It's from antiquity. So everything that you look at as something new, created by people other than the melanin people, it's all us. It's all African natural lifestyle. Wow. Someone did ask me about my first eye. And I said, well, I know you know the third eye from the East Indians, but they were inspired by our ancient Nile Valley teachers. We have inspired the entire world. They were the mothers of civilization. It's just how it is. But we must get our tools. So I'm going to tell you some healing that you think is from other tribes and other traditions. And you're going to bring it all the way back to yourself. Everybody say, African natural lifestyle.
African natural lifestyle.
Reiki.
African natural lifestyle.
Yoga.
African natural lifestyle.
Meditation.
African natural lifestyle.
Affirmation.
African natural lifestyle.
Hydrotherapy.
African natural lifestyle.
Did I say aromatherapy?
African natural lifestyle.
Polarity.
African natural lifestyle.
Herbology.
African natural lifestyle.
Color therapy.
African natural lifestyle.
Astrology.
African natural lifestyle.
Detoxification.
African natural lifestyle.
All of it dates back to African natural lifestyle. Ponder that. You are the ones who brought it all on, the melanin people. Those from the Black land, the motherland, Africa. And so we return back to ourselves because we have to overcome both views of chattel slavery. That's not that we're not gonna make it beginning in there. We got beat down, but look at us, we're still beautiful. We're the most compassionate, loving people, forgiving people on the planet. We let everybody come to our neighborhood. We can't come to everybody else's neighborhood, but we let everybody come to our neighborhood. But it's just the nature of us. My gosh, we're such mystical people. I just love us so much. And then the next gateway, so the how we get to loving ourselves is never had. That's me. And so some of us know me as Queen Afua Wellness. Neverhead is the lady of the house and the lady of the heavenly realm. And I have to laugh because I remember when I was given the name that I've lived with now for all the years, Afua, from Ghana, right? And that was Bobby Shawnee. He said, Queen, he said, you are Afua. I said, oh, okay. Born on Friday. I was born Friday 13th. They say that is a bad number, but for me, it's been a blessing. I was born on that day. Friday the 13th. Okay. So that is a 4 numbers in you. And then as I grew further and I grew into the knowledge of Kemetic teaching, then Sanu Angla Pata Samad then said, well, I said, well, I want to be a Ma'at. I want to be asked. That would be befitting. He said, not really. You actually never had. I said, okay, I'm never had. He said, because never had helps all of the queens to sit on their seat of power. That keeps you nice and humble, Malia. So on the seat of power, I go, helping the women to establish their thrones in their hearts, because the throne is the power. And the throne is not a seat itself alone. The throne is your consciousness. It's that you cannot be swayed once you get on your throne. And that is the power. So for Sacred Woman is to help women to reestablish their seat, to reestablish their throne from within. So that's such an honorable place because Nebuchadnezzar is the lady of the house and the lady of the heavenly realm. And I love that because Nebuchadnezzar rules intuition. When you trust yourself, that first gut feeling, that voice that speaks to you, that's your savings grace. And I've learned to really honor Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar's hours between 4 and 6, that's when she pours her treasures down through you. That's when you start to ask any question in the universe. Like you're going through Sacred Women and you're beginning to rise up between 4 and 6, you hear the voice. Do this. Nebuchadnezzar will give you the time, the place, the who, the what, the how, the when. Can I get an ashe?
Ashe.
All right. So tap. So that is trusting yourself, and that's your roadmap. And what came to me of recent, I asked the Most High, how can we end world suffering? What will it take to end world suffering? You know what was given to me? Right before, 3 women came to sit with me and have a circle in LA. It was Layla, who wrote the book. What is the name of her book?
Vibrate Higher Daily.
Vibrate Higher Daily. She's my daughter-in-law. That just happened this year. Okay, we reunited, and it feels so good. And so she was coming over to the house, and then Laura London was coming over to the house, yes. And then Baby Hairs, Nipsey Hussle's daughter, sister, not daughter, but sister, they were all coming. And they were on their way, and I said, and I was asking the question, and I got this. To end suffering is to have impeccable listening. When you listen from the highest of your true nature, and knowing how to decipher your lower self and your higher self, then you're free of suffering and pain and brokenness. And you get to see your full purpose and your full potential. So Never Head is what we tap into, and we learn how to trust ourselves and get the roadmap back to who we really are and knowing how to make it a reality. And then we move ourselves into Sekhmet. So our intuition is being saved, our inner beauty, connecting with our inner child, eating food from the garden, using words as medicine, taking time to heal our wounds so we become our own surgeons, become our own practitioners of well-being. And we learn how to use the word, and we're writing and we're scribing and we're doing our poetry. Oh, Queen Esther's calling you. Queen Esther, are you on the call? Queen Esther, is that you?
You my beautiful, how are you?
Do you know that we are now on, we are on our reception right now, our sacred room reception. So I have. So I'm calling it. Honey, you're calling in just in the perfect time. This is like a telethon. This is a little deep right now because she would normally be right here, and she is right here. But she's in Ghana. Queen Esther's in Ghana. She's going to say a few words to you. She had no clue, but she did because Creator has a master plan. And we are so in tune as everything is on and popping and all wonderful. Right now, we are going to be leaving to go to Ghana. It'll be 8 of us deep. We're going to Ghana. And Queen Esther, I call Queen Esther the magnet. She's a magnet. She's already in Ghana, has been there since, I believe, January, Queen Esther. And we are making it shake, and we're looking forward to meeting the president of the country and all levels of high up to help to welcome us from the diaspora into the country. And we're going to establish well. So Queen Esther's there, and she is vibrating and radiating, and she picked up. So Queen Esther, could you say something to our global village as my Nebbit head as well?
Well, beloved, first of all, I would like to say, Queen, I love you. We have been together for aeons and lifetimes, Queen. Yeah. We were on paths in our teenage years. We've been working together for 35 years for this work, for this mission. And as you all can still see, I'm calling in because this is the power of sisterhood. You will experience this as you go through the gateways and learn the power of unifying your sisterhood, because this is how deep it gets. We overstep. So I'm just so honored to hear you all. I just would like to say this briefly, please. Someone's already speaking about setting up the second women chapter in Ghana. There's a sister here that she's looking for the book. And when you come, that's another story. That's another story. But you are walking on a path that will shift your life forever. Why? Because you are the original mothers of the planet Earth.
Yes.
Who forgot who we are. So your journey into sacred women will help you to remember, okay, from gateway 0, who you are, the power you have. You will begin to activate all of these aspects of yourself with your sisters, with Queen Afua, with myself, with the alumni, and the global women's village across the globe. So I'm so excited to just be here with you at this time. Come forward, do the work, enjoy yourself, do not be stressed out. We have arms surrounding you. We have the beloved train in the house.
Yes.
We have the Alexa. We have all of our we have all of our sacred women and folks here to help you, guide you, navigate you, mentor with you. So I just want to say welcome for the journey of a lifetime. And I will be communicating with you from Africa or from wherever I am. And let's the journey reading of the forecast
Oh,
for your
please.
takeoff. So I just wanted to tell you briefly,
Mm-hmm.
the day that you take off will be called the Blue Galactic Storm.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a transformation occurring.
Yes.
Galactic 8 is the number of power and authority. It's a very powerful move being made. And in the storm, no matter what the storm looks like, Queen, stay in the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
Most High, stay in the center of the storm. Don't get caught up in the illusion.
Yes.
Stay in the center of the storm. And when you arrive the next day, it will be the day of revelation, of sunlight, new beginning, the day of heaven.
The day of heaven. Oh, that is so divine. Well, Queen Esther, thank you for holding that centerpiece, because you being a magnet there and I'm a magnet here, we'll pull it all together. So we are magnified. Okay, Queen Esther's time gets me to roll out. I will be holding up everything over here with my sacred sisters and our wonderful men that are also supporting this movement forward. This is historical, and I'm aware of it. We are making history, each one of us, and so I'm moved. Yeah, and you know, I did make the announcement today, Queen Esther, that we'll be coming to Ghana August the 13th. We'll be having 9-10 days. It's August the 13th on a Friday.
It's your Earth Day cookie.
You know, I never wanted a birthday celebration. I said, I mean, once everything opens up, once the world connects to the healing, then I'll be able to have a birthday celebration. Other than that, you can't find me on my Earth Day. But I think I'll come to my own party because the world has shifted.
That's very nice of you.
I think I can celebrate now.
How nice is your
Yes. So it will be 100, 200 of us deep in Africa together. Some will get second homes. You know, some will have a home there in Africa, and they'll travel back and forth. And now, since the whole world is on technology, you can be anywhere in the world. So what is the problem? Okay, so we don't have no problems, and we'll have organic farming, and we'll live a natural life, and we will be unified, and the government will hear us because we are the government, and we bring the laws of Ma'at. Is that so wonderful? And we wear the feathers, and they'll say, oh my gosh, what lovely people these are. And we'll teach the women, and we'll have a whole contingent there of the women, and they'll look at your beauty, look upon all the beauty that's here, they say, oh my gosh, we have returned. They're so glad that we have returned after 400 years plus. We have returned with grace, power, majesty, royalty, and holistic living. Give thanks again.
So this is so amazing.
Well, Queen Esther, this has been a wonderful little visit we had together, everyone. 35. Wow. Your spirit's at the core right now, so today. Oh, thank God. Well, that's gonna be so much drama. We see us at the airport. Oh my God. Oh. Wow. Yeah. Yes, I am. Honey, listen. All I had to be negative in a positive way.
Sacred Woman, a guide to healing the feminine body, mind, and spirit, is a literary classic from Queen Afua, a 40-year holistic practitioner and wellness coach. The book has sold over 200,000 copies worldwide. It inspired women like Jada Pinkett, Willow Smith, Erykah Badu, Lauren London, India Arie, just to name a few. It has been developed into a rites of passage online program which has successfully graduated over 3,000 women. The Ascension is a 3-day retreat where sacred women come together to strengthen the bonds of sisterhood using the gateways, womb yoga dance, and other powerful healing modalities. The documentary film series tells stories that highlight the creation, power, and impact of the book. Alongside Queen Esther, Queen Afua has built Sacred Women into a global community influencing the lives of 2 million women and their families. Join us in celebrating the 20th anniversary of Queen Afua's Sacred Woman book.
One love. Oh my God, it's one. Wow.
Right, it's a sex mag queen.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. Yes. He ordained her today.
Yeah. Ooh, yes. Oh, they're watching.
Queen, we are at Sacrament.
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, I'm gonna go finish this process and then we're going to let everybody else come on in. I'm really excited. Okay, Sacrament is where I'm at right now and where we are now. And Sacrament represents that you have fully lined up with the medicine woman within you. And Sacrament represents the healer has awakened. And so at that time, we go deep into building up our medicine bags. All sacred women have a medicine bag. And they gather their medicine bag according to what they need for themselves, for their family, and for their travels in the world. They always have some form of holistic medicine with them because at any point, someone is going to be in need and you are ready. Our new initiate coming, you had that experience today. Mm-hmm. You had family members that were going through a heavy struggle with the virus. And we put the list together today. You ran out shopping. Boom, bop, bop, bop. You dropped it off, and by the time tomorrow she wakes up, she'll be in higher ground. Mm-hmm. That's the calling right now on us. That we're being called. It's a calling to be of service, because to see our people suffering, and you have to watch them suffer and pass away, and you say, "I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make it happen." But as a sacred woman, you will hear from the sacred women who are seasoned. They know what to do. And they have been doing it because they had to become a testament themselves. In order to be able to serve someone wellness, you have to experience your own wellness. You have to have had your own testimony. You've had to do your own detoxing, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So Sacrament is about the healing. And when we went to Kemet, of all the artifacts that have been stolen and put into museums and under people's basements and stolen legacy in that way, we saw one statue, one remnant of who we are, and she survived everything when literally the rocks have been taken off of our ancientness, and that was Sacrament. She stood, I think, maybe, was she about 7 to 8 feet tall, Senor? Sacrament in the temple, at least. And when I saw almost passed, they had the whole, I said, woo, okay. I almost fell out when I said, she had the staff of power, and she had a sun disk of Ra upon her head, and she had her left foot forward, waking up the right hemisphere of her being, which is intuition, the feminine principle. And we would look upon her and say, that is us. Throughout everything, who survived the test of time? The healer. That is who can survive. And particularly the healer is fortified himself. If you are fortified as a healer, then you can survive the test of time. And then we move ourselves from the healed spirit of Sacrament and that medicine that she wears her wraps in red, and she works with the bloodstone, and she works with the heat, and she works with her ginger baths, and she works with her sweats. All of that is the work of Sacrament, using heat to treat us into wellness. And then we move into Ash, the great mother. Ma'at. Ma'at. Ma'at is the feather. Yeah. Mystical people, your heart has become as light as a feather, and it is the scales. On one side is the feather, and the other side is the heart. If your heart becomes out of balance, you can have a heart attack. You can have an aneurysm. You can have a stroke. You can faint. You can become enraged. if your heart is out of balance, you can curse people. You can curse yourself. You can get beat up. You can beat someone else up. When your heart is balanced, life doesn't affect you that way. You have strength. So the goal is to get your heart light as a feather. And that is by forgiveness. That is by learning from your lessons. That is also going back into your family bloodline. And see, who are you angry at? And why are you angry? And what lesson did they come to bring you in the first place? That's a whole conversation. Because then right now, you can start your mind healing by looking at your mother, or writing a letter, or making a phone call, or to your father, whoever you're angry in your family, and say, I forgive you. That's it. You may say, I don't want to forgive them. Well, then you're going to have a heart attack, an aneurysm, a stroke, a cancer. What you do is say, what lesson did they come to teach me about me, to reveal me to myself? And then you realize why you were born into that family and what information they actually was coming to bring you. So it's all about keeping a clean heart, a pure heart. And then on that scale, there's a tongue. That tongue is on that scale. So when you have a quick tongue and you curse people out, you want to get the last word. Oh no, all that, the body language of the last word. You want to get the last word, then you're going to have high blood pressure, you're going to have hypertension, then you're going to be stressed out. No, you don't want to do that. You want to be kind to yourself. Say what you have to say in the state of mind. You have more power when you speak calm. You have more power when you penetrate something and someone. Yes, I had a day yesterday. What a day, what a day, what a day. Peace and blessings. I was on the line. This is just real talk or just a moment. I'm in this department store getting ready for a trip to Ghana. And a woman went past us because we was on the line for a minute because they wanted to give us a discount. That's them. They asking us to want a discount. My daughter's up here doing her thing to get that happen. A woman went past us and I felt her energy. She was grumbling. How come they all that? And I said, But then I found that that's go. Then when she went to the teller, she kept going. She's a European woman. She kept going on it. And I started feeling something coming on out of my face. I said, okay. So I just walked over to her. My daughter told me I stepped to her. I wouldn't say those words, but I did take a step over to her. And I was right there with her right here so she could hear me and she could see me. And it's no hidden agenda here. I said, how can I help you? Did you want to say something to me? And she just looked at me and said, no. I said, well, good, thanks. Have a great day. And went back to the line. But, I normally ignore all when people do things. But if there's somehow, the truth of my eye had just come from out of my mouth. But I said it with power and grace. I didn't stress myself up. My pressure didn't go up. My blood wasn't boiling. But I was getting my point across. Thank you. Good night. Okay, we move on from that. The next one is sitting on your seat of power, Mother Os. And Neverhead is her best friend. And together, Os and Neverhead, they open the way. You will see them with the arms representing life. And they open the way for what? For a new world. And that's what's taking place right now. A new world of divine order. And that is why we have to bring the women forward now, because the women, the patriarchy has done its thing, and you've got wars and violence and being let down and all that. But it's not about the patriarch or the matriarch. It's about the matriarch, and that's what Senor teaches, about the both coming together to create a balance on the planet. So that's what we are right now. And so now we get a chance to sit on our seat. Give respect to your past relationships. Don't argue, don't fuss, don't be mad, don't be enraged, don't want to get back at anybody. Don't cut up no tires, don't slam, don't destroy the, that's what young girls do when they're in their 20s and 30s. They start cutting up tires, they start busting windows, and what else?
Bleaching clothes.
Bleaching clothes, and what else they might do?
Set your car on fire.
Set your car on fire, wait till it's hell. Those moments right there, remember that? She said, Bob. His whole life was just on fire. So we don't want to have to do all of that. That's high drama, and you will pay a price. When what goes around comes around. You be like, okay, I got to get back at him. Well, what happened? He got to get back at you. Then you got to get back at him. Now you have children between that, and they get burned up in the fire, getting burned up in the crossroads. So somebody got to come into their right high mind and elevate. And so it's going to take the women to wake up, and some men will wake up quicker when we wake up and sit on our seat of power. I've also learned that us represents wealth. Sisters, you want to wealth build yourself? I used to call myself of the clinic, the hospital. Now I call myself the bank. Mm-hmm. That has been a 4-season conversation with myself. I said, I'm the bank so that I can provide. And the more I say I'm the bank, the less I have to go outside of my race and my people for what I need. Because I realize my people have everything I need. Everything is in my circle. And that's very important to get that lesson, because Dr. Henderson speaks about that. He says that he's an economist. And he says in the European community and the Chinese community, the people, they circulate their money at least 12 times. In our community, we don't circulate it one time. The minute we get it, we give it out to another community. So that community that we're giving to, they get stronger. They get, all right? But we don't get strong. So when we need something, we go to our people, they don't have nothing. Because we say, can you help me? Can you do it? We're just lost. But when we start circulating, it's self-preservation is the first law of nature. So we start circulating and loving ourselves and loving each other, because sometimes we'll say, I'm not going to go to no black people because they don't do things right. They don't. I would rather just prop you up, help you to do the right thing, than to give up on you, because you are me and I'm you. And just as I have patience for you, when I fall short, you will have patience. Everybody wants to call me right now. This is the time. Roger, we are right now. See, everybody's called. This is my life. We are now on Sacred Woman reception. This is Roger. He's giving you a greeting, and now I'm going to have to hang up the phone because I could put my phone on mute. But we're having our reception, so just say greetings to everyone here around the world.
Greetings everyone around the world.
And we will talk later. I shall. Don't nobody else call me. I'm going to try to put, okay. All right. Well, if you look at my life, you realize you can do anything, because I believe in being a make-a-way woman. We can make a way. A way is being made. And they're all feeling it. I think the planet is feeling that something is happening great right now, and we all want to be a part of it because we are a part of it. So now we know about wealth, right? Wealth building, start from inside, affirm it, know it, you have it. Money is energy. Build up your energy and your money will flow with that. Do not build up the lack that you don't have. There's no way. Don't build up poverty. Build up the prosperity. Let it come like a river. Let it come to like an ocean, like a tsunami of prosperity. Allow that to happen in your life, in your heart. And that is sitting on your seat of power. The great Mother Os will give it to you. And then we move ourselves into Neferatum. And those who have the old book, that is the closing. It closes, the book closes in Neferatum. And Neferatum is all about the mud into the lotus. No matter what has happened in your life, you can come out of that mud. That mud represents all your lessons wrapped up around you. And inside of that mud, there is a seed. It's the lotus seed. And that lotus seed, you're in the water, and the water is going to be absorbed into the mud, and the mud's not going to be tight. It's going to start softening up like a fibroid tumor. It's going to start softening up as you purify, and it's going to start draining out. And so now that seed starts to grow into the water as a shoot, and keeps coming up through the water. That's you through your detoxing from gateway to gateway to gateway. You are cleansing and purifying. When you come to the top of that, what do you do? I'll say lotus, and we'll say
Blossom.
Lotus.
Blossom.
Lotus.
Blossom.
Lotus.
Blossom.
And that is what we do. We get a chance to blossom as lotus women. And the lotus represents the pure one. Clean. Clean of thought. Clean of word. Clean of deed. Clean of heart. It takes work to clean up. So don't look at everybody else right now. Don't look at them and those and what they did. Look at you and say, what can I do for myself? How much can I heal myself? How much can I nurture myself and give myself self-care like never before? I want you to commit to your wellness with all your heart and all your might. And you're going to get rid of that cancer. You're going to get rid of that aneurysm. You're going to get rid of that blood clot. You're going to get rid of that diabetes. You're going to get rid of that asthma. You're going to get rid of that fibroid. You're going to get rid of that toxic relationship. You're going to get rid of people disrespecting you. You're going to get rid of people trying to beat you down. All that's going to leave from day to day to day to day. And you know what the beauty of it all is? On page, well, it's not page 133 because now we have too much chapters. Too much chapters. This is our updated and expanded 20th anniversary edition. Yes. Sacred Woman of God, delivered by my spirit. She's getting more mature as time goes on. She was a bestseller in essence for about 7 months. Back in the early days, and the Blackboard, and she was a New York Times 1 month. And now, you know, like you would think that she would get a little tired. Just as I'm all hyped up, she's hyped up, charged up. And so now we have an anniversary copy, and this is the story of our 20-year walk. Of course, I'm not the only storyteller on it. If you meet any of the women was in the early days, you'll meet at least one today, was in the early days from antiquity, you'll say, okay, she's been on this journey for 18 years, all right? And then then we call those the sacred women of antiquity, the women who were there in 1998 and 2000 and will come with different points of those first 20 years. Well, Sacred Woman is back on the bestsellers list. Now, they don't know what to do at Random House. They said, how did it become a bestseller? And it's a book that's 20 years old. You know, every book has its age, it has its time. You know why? Because we need the healing. We need it now more than ever. During this pandemic, this is going to be the book that's going to get you through, that's going to heal you up. One of many books. This is not the only book out there, but this is one of the books that will help you get you through. There are many healers in the world, but this is one of the works that's going to help us all overcome. And so the gateway is Shashat, which deals with time. And I'd love to take you through a time when you follow the sun, right? Right before the sun comes up, you follow how the sun is flowing through the day. And then you go into the moon and you rest in the moon. And every day you wake up and the sun is traveling through Mother Newt, all through her body for 12 hours of the night, which is yourself. When you wake up, when she wakes up, then the sun comes out of her womb. And when the sun comes out of her womb, you see the wings. And the wings help to lift her up on another level. So she's going through her womb healing, and her heart womb healing, and her mind womb healing. And that is you, and that is us. And we get better with time and age because we are now constantly journeying every day. The sun comes up again. We get new messages. We start to activate them throughout the day. We rest as Heavenly comes in. We take our rest in the evening of New. We go through our vision quest and we wake up once again another day, and every round we go higher and higher and we vibrate in the highest level. And then the following and the last one is Mesh Connect. And Mesh Connect is, whoa. That is what women want. They want their freedom. They want to be who they came to be. Queen Esther told me, she said, Queen Afua never worked a day in her life for anybody else but herself. How in the world? Well, because I started as a teenager, but I also healed as a teenager from my asthma and allergies and PMS and arthritis and all of that. And so when I got the healing from nature, the garden, I never turned back. And healing has saved my life. And no matter what happens and what changes I've gone through throughout the years, I always do the healing. And I do the healing for vacation. I do the healing for fun. I do the healing for my 9 to 5 and my 5 to 12. I do the healing when I begin a relationship and when I end a relationship. When I'm in between relationships, I'm doing the healing. So people say, well, I done been there and done that. I started laughing. I said, are you kidding me? I ain't going to never say I've been there and done that. When I become a spiritual being and move into the ancestral plane, I'm going to be healing in that. Because the gift of being charged up. Everybody wants to be on purpose. Everybody wants to make a living, finance, doing what they love. Isn't that right? Every one of us would want to do while we came on this planet. So I have paved enough way for you to see an example. I have been down, I have been up. This is, that is, that. I've opened up a center and closed 11 times, but I never stopped healing. No, the healing continues. So be encouraged. You're not going to have to go through all of that. I bring a plan out for you that will spark some creativity inside of you and show you how you're going to hear the voice of the Most High tell you the when, the how, the where, the who, all the things you need to know to create a business plan. All the things you need to know, how do I create this in a time when people are losing jobs? Well, that doesn't mean you have to lose a job when people are losing jobs. I used to hear people say, you know, when there was the depression, other people made money. How did they make money in the depression? Because what you had, they need. And you're going to be given, you've been given before you were born. You've been given away. You just have to clean up so that you can hear and you can have impeccable listening. So your purpose will not be buried under a rock, and you will not abort your purpose. You will not cause a hysterectomy of your purpose. You will not have a stillbirth of your purpose. I take you to the birthing, I take you out of the birthing blues, and I take you into the birthing cycle of your purpose. So those are the gateways. And this work welcomes in the women from all the levels. And I'll say that for the very end, how it welcomes the women from all the different eras. So right, without further ado, I want to open this out to this camera moving about. You know what I'll do? I'm going to move from this center so that we don't disturb the camera. And I'm going to now ask for Senor, you want to come into this step seat and share? So that's what we'll do. We'll just keep moving our circle around. So we'll have a circle. Everybody will come into the circle and sit here and share what who they are, and how they're going to be offering briefly the wellness to our wellness community. And then when we finish, then we'll bring in Man Heal Thyself with our Supernova Psalm. So I'm going to bring in Sanur Ankara Samaj right now. And now I will move over here and you'll come on in. When you're ready, then I'll move out of the picture completely and let you come and have a seat. Right here, let's clap them up. In the spot.
Okay. Give alms and praise.
Alms and praise. All righty, thank you, Sarah.
Ankan Ma'at, living in truth. I'm happy to once again join Queen Afua in this great work of bringing forth the Sacred Woman Rites of Passage. I must say that this new publication, the publication of this book in this time, 20 years later, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But something has happened that I think the publisher is going to correct it immediately, because she has made me an absentee father.
Ooh, we can have that.
Because she's removed my name as a historical advisor and research consultant from the publisher's page of the book. My picture is still in there, good thanks. But the Sacred Women know that while they have a Sacred Mother, there is also a Sacred Father in the bringing forth of this book. And we're not going to be canceling our men, are we, sisters?
No, it's not.
Divine Sacred Women? We don't do that here. One thing about Queen, she lifts up the women, but she does not put down the men, ever. See? And it goes to show, because she still is helping the men to raise themselves, to heal themselves. So it's been quite a journey with this book. I can tell you stories about this book. It's got so many lives, and it continues to have another life. And no matter what forces have tried to do to bury this book, the book keeps on surfacing, and now after 20 years, through a phone call made by Ali Touraine, encouraged the republication of your beloved son, Ali Touraine. He got on the phone and he called up Random House, and sure enough, they were convinced that now would be a good time to bring the book back in its 20th anniversary, right, Queen? So, and you will notice that the cover of the book has a beautiful woman on it, and She is the healer of the whole world, because that's what the sacred woman does. And she carries the Ankh. She has the Ankh right at her neck, because we're talking about reviving our lives, about living forever in truth and in spirit. And that is what this work is all about. And I need to say to you that the author of this book is not a Johnny-come-lately to the healing arts, but she was also thoroughly prepared and initiated in the temple, in the shrine of Sekhmet at the temple of Amun-Ra at Karnak, where she confronted this divine Queen Sekhmet. And those Sekhmet's mate, Ptah, was removed. Their child, Nefertun, the head was cut off. When we went to the shrine, Sekhmet was there in all her glory, full and whole. And the sun shone right down on her at the time we went in there. And it was so fantastic. At the same time that we entered into the shrine of Sekhmet, the sun came down on her face from above, because they had a hole in the ceiling, so that Ra came down and blessed her, because she is known as the daughter of Ra, being one of 7 manifestations of the divine principle of Heru, known to the Greeks as Hathor, known as Oshun in our divine legacy. So once again, it's my honor and pleasure to have something to do with the Sacred Woman's book. I
think Erica Badu is coming in here now.
Is that so?
Wait a minute. Is that you, Erica?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What is your name? Girl, we've been playing your music. Honey, this is so good. Well, everyone who's listening to No Papa Bruce, Erica Badu.
Baba Heru is here. How are you, beloved? You better believe. Listen, I called you the other day, but you didn't answer, so I'll try again.
I don't have your numbers.
You gotta text her. No, this is the
I have to
age.
text?
You have to text her. That's how you get the word in.
I know, but they're taking away our humanity. We're not talking to each other anymore. Everything is
No, but
typing
she'll
out.
get back to you, but you have to text her first.
Okay, all right. There is a way to enter into the doorway. Okay.
Yes, there's a way.
Protocol.
I figured it out.
Protocol. We will obey protocol.
Yes, honey.
I'm at a birth. I'm in Atlanta.
You're at a birth? You're doing your doula work?
I am. And I was wondering if you had any connections to a chiropractor, prenatal chiropractor here in Atlanta.
I will find one within 24 hours. Okay? We'll make a point of that, and we'll get that to you. Do you know right now that people from around the world are listening to this conversation? Are you aware of that?
I was not aware, but peace and love.
Today is Sacred Woman's Reception. They hear your magical voice and you're doing your doula work. I'm so proud of you. Most High bless you.
I'd like to all of the sacred women around the world, sacred men around the world, sacred children around the world. We thank you so much for being here with us. And the ancestors are smiling and happy, and we are continuing to thrive and move and post.
You're going to make people want to have babies so you can come and deliver them. Oh, you're the precious being you are. I'm getting ready to go to Ghana tomorrow at 12 midnight. So I'll take your prayers and the new baby, the new life, the ancestor with us on wings.
Thank you.
Love you all. So I'll get that information to you. Atlanta, Georgia. Yes? Ashe.
You hear from me this week.
All right.
That's it.
Hotel. Wait a minute. What happened? What's going on? Everybody just calling in.
Somebody must have told her.
The energy is up. The energy is up. She didn't know she was on the call. So something is happening here that we are telepathically.
Paradigm shift.
There's a paradigm shift and we're picking up on each other. So continue to
Give thanks and praise. Anyway, it was, again, it's an honor to take part in this process. And as you know, there's a sacred woman's ring that I've designed for all you beautiful women. Hold up your ring, sisters. Queens. And in it you have the symbol of us, the Divine Mother, and then it has a Divine Sister, the Lady of the House, of which Queen Afua, long before we were married, I said to her, you are the Lady of the House, because she helps all the women to get the house of their bodies together and in balance. And of course, I remember after the first 52 women that Queen handled all by herself. I don't know how she did it, but she took these women, 52 women, through the gateways of sacred women. And it was amazing. And after they graduated, they said, well, where are the men? So Queen looked at me and I knew what that meant. So I began to create the Divine Sacred King Man Rites of Passage. And then here we have a second generation continuing to work with the men through Supernova Sloan, your firstborn son, isn't it, not so? And he likewise is a keeper of the Ark, and he continues to assist the awakening of the men to the need for them to heal. Because many of the problems that our women have, brothers, I'm sorry to say that we bring it to them because we need to be more careful about our acid diet, because you know our life essence, they call it sperm, is supposed to be alkaline. But if we continue to eat the things that we eat, the pizza pie, the burgers, the hot dogs, and all those food icons of the West, drink the Coca-Cola and the Pepsi and the 7-Up. I hope they don't get upset about me talking about them like this.
The fast drinks.
But yeah, fast food, fast food, fast death, fast drinks, fast death. And that's what it'll take you out. But these men, our men, are now learning, and through Man Heal Thyself, I think we ought to mention that, Queen.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, let me lift it up, because this young man here, I had a little something to do with his with his upbringing.
You help to raise him.
You know. And he has really continued the second generation of the healing. And of course, his brother Ali, and let's not forget Sharice. She's coming strong, very strong, in healing herself and in overcoming whatever it was imbalanced. So once again, I want to encourage all of you sacred women. This, remember, you have gotten rings from your colleges, from your PhDs, your master's degrees, and your bachelor's degrees. But now you can surely have a ring that marks your ascension as a sacred woman. And that is and you know, women tell me that they meet each other on subways and they flash the rings to each other.
Wow.
It's amazing how that happens. And they know that they're part of a great society of healing women who are healing men and healing the world. You know?
It's funny because I was on a plane one time and I had my scarf over my whole face and body, but my ring was out. It was like over the blanket or the quilt. And she saw my ring, and then when I finally told, she said, "Great, I thought it might be you. I saw the ring." So it's our badge. How we talk to each other.
So, and today I brought Queen, her earrings. These.
You ordained her today, and I
Precisely. These are known as the winged eyes of Heru, and I specifically made it for her so that she can see what she hears. See, everything I design has a meaning that uplifts our spirit. She likewise received the wings of Ma'at around her neck. Observe her, see? Because you know that is what you women are doing. You are restoring Ma'at to the planet, really, to the men, to the home, to your house. You're restoring Ma'at, because Ma'at is a sacred balance. And if your acid is over your alkaline, you're almost out of here. And so the point is to bring ourselves into sacred balance, into a new and ancient way of being called not patriarchy, that's on its way out, not matriarchy, but Ma'atiarchy. The restoration of the sacred balance between the masculine and feminine principles in the universe, between the intellect and the intuition. Okay? So that is some of what I have to say.
But you did not finish on the card.
Oh, yes. Observe. You have to do
A
this.
drum roll.
Hey, you got to do this. You got to show them your cups.
Sacred woman.
That's right.
Not Wonder Woman, sacred woman.
Right? Well, sacred woman, all Wonder Woman.
That's all. That's great.
Hey, you want to start another trend. Now you're going to get me have you making cups. It's not easy to do these. It's a big job. She's been waiting 20 years, she tells me, for her cups. And so it's an honor to have, you said I did what to her today?
Ordained.
She was ordained. Well, she went through her formal ordination in the Temple of Amun-Ra, the shrine of Sekhmet, but these mark her true, because these hands, she's used to help so many people, to heal so many people. And that's the magic of the woman's hands. You are our first healer, our first teacher. So I'm honored to have a little something to do with the emergence of this divine book. And so when I immediately went to the publisher's page, and I says,
Wait a minute.
I know you're trying to cancel the patriarchy, but still, we're not going to do that. Not in my art. We follow the divine principles of our ancestors, of divine balance, order, harmony, reciprocity, sobriety, propriety, order. So this is what the healing is all about, restoring the order in our consciousness. And we are so blessed to have had ancestors who left us a pathway chiseled deep in stone and on enduring papyrus in all the museums of the Western world. They seem to have a love-hate relationship with Kemet, which they renamed Egypt. But the fact is that we are here. As the Queen says, we do remember. All right? So
And
once
also,
again,
Bob, you have been teaching also in the Gateway. We have our Thursday Night Academy for the women. To have master teachers that come in on Thursday to reiterate, to go deeper, to look at the Gateway from a whole nother perspective. So they have a broad base, and you'll be teaching on Tahuti.
the Gateway of Tahuti, the sacred word, the sacred word, both writing and and speech. And so, and I encourage you women to, as you move through the rites of passage, know that it's the beginning of a lifestyle for your whole life and for the life of all of those around you. So it's not just something that you're going to get a certificate and put it on a wall. It's something that you're going to be encouraged to live and to maintain for your own health purposes and for the purpose of the health of all people who you come in contact with. And I want to invite you, brothers and sisters, you women who are getting married, I make the meanest wedding bands on the planet. Okay? You go to studiopatard.com. I got to throw a little commercial in there. You talk about prosperity, we gotta do it, right? So when you have your wedding bands, and I think it's in the book, those services that I provide for you, engagement rings and wedding bands. By the way, a lot of women are now ordering black diamonds. So I'm here to provide all of those tools. And I know when you see Queen's cuffs, all of you are going to be ordering cuffs. But you'll have to have patience with me, please, because it's a lot of work to do these. But it gives me a lot of pleasure to continue a process that was interrupted by some barbarians who came into our land. But we are here, and we do remember.
And also, Senor, on page 434, the Studio of the Taj shows up here, and the number, and the name, and all the different various pendants and arms of that.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much.
So, thanks and praise. Everybody clap it up.
Thank you. So who's going to now, we do musical chairs, right?
Yes. So we want to bring alumni in, or nothing. The alumni is actually the sacred women of antiquity. So we're going to bring you in. You can sit here.
Oh, before I go, check me out on what's the name of that platform? The Instagram. There you'll see a lot of my designs that you may not see in the catalog. And also it's Baba Heru _creates. And you can also friend me on Facebook, even though I'm over the limit now. But you can try to friend me because there's some people who are deadwood who have to move out, and so there'll be a space for you. All right? So we can have a conversation.
That's Baba Haru Speaks.
Baba Heru Speaks on Facebook. I did a post today at Comedic Sunday School where I was correcting some of the errors made by people who said they were inspired. Inspired to diss the ancestors who fed and who rescued and taught all the major prophets in the book that we call the Bible. Abraham and Sarah, we fed them when they were starving in Canaan. We brought them into the land. We gave them gifts. They went out richer than they came in. Moses, in the book of Acts 7, chapter 23rd verse, was taught in all the wisdom of the Kemetic people, now miscalled Egyptian, and was mighty in words and deeds. Yeshua, the one now called in his Latin name Jesus or Jesus, he likewise was spared from the wrath of Herod by coming into the Nile Valley among our most hospitable ancestors. Jacob and his sons, we gave them land in the region of Goshen in order to feed their sheep. That's the kind of generosity that our people are known for, which has never been truly honored and replaced. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Good things.
Make that online course
For
Cosmetics 101.
It's coming.
Talk about that.
Okay, it's coming. It is coming. You're trying to figure out how to get. You come this way.
All right, Jen, please.
Yes, come right on in. There's no blank. Yeah, come right on in. All righty, wonderful. And now we bring in our, I would say, leadership in the alumni. And this is Sacred Woman Priestess. You became a priestess, right?
I'm a priestess.
Yes, of the Sacred Woman Movement. There were maybe 20.
Yes, this was 2005 or 2006 that I came through the second level. And I am alumni from 2003, so I'm 18 years in.
18 years in.
Yes, still part of the community. So,
you know, you're so critical for the growth of Sacred. You and Tracy Queen, both of you. And the alumni has always been my prayer that it needed to be healed up. Anyway, that once you go through 12 weeks, because this is a way of life, they have to come into a way of life. If they stay and they go through 12 weeks and then they go out away from the center of the women who are healing, then they're going to fall away.
yes, when you go back to civilian life, I call it civilian life. Yes.
So please speak on that, and speak, because they'll know that they're like, okay, I'm going to get all this healing. I'm going to get so charged up. I'm going to transform my household. How do I keep it? And that's where you come in there. So I'm going to give you the space and to share with those who are here.
So first, I just want to say that I'm so grateful for the Sacred Woman Village, QAWI. They have really just assisted me in just transforming my life in so many different ways. And healing is not a destination, it's a journey. I've been on the journey for 18 years, and it's been very life transforming. And when I speak about the life transformation, what for me, being able to stay on my seat has its challenges, but I always stay connected to the village. And I never stray too far. It's like raising children. You gotta let them go, but they can always come back home and get mama's lessons and mama's home cooking and know that they're still connected. And so my journey has been really to remain on this seat. Because when I'm out in the civilian world and I'm on the job or I'm around people who are not living this lifestyle, the temptations come. However, the gateways of illumination serve as a barometer for me to know when I'm not living the way I need to be living. And when I struggle or I move through the gateways, I don't beat myself up. I remember what I'm supposed to do. I I get connected to the sisters, and the sisters, what do you call them? The contemporary sisters, I call them the new jacks, right? They just come in with a different level of energy that just motivates me. The Renaissance, right?
The Renaissance.
They just come with a different level of energy that motivates me to want to stay on this seat. And I'm just so grateful that they keep cycling through. And as a sacred woman of antiquity, I have to remember that there's something to be learned from them as well. And to watch them blossom and grow just motivates me to come back and pick my throne up when I fall off of it, right? Because it's a process. As I said, healing is a journey, it's not a destination. It's something that you will continue to do and always go to the next levels. And when I think about the detox that's happening now, and how just being in this sacred woman village has made the fasting that much easier, because you're watching other sisters as they go through, as they share their trials and their tribulations and their triumphs, and we're going through this together without judgment. So that has really been a blessing for me.
Wonderful. And what can they expect in taking Sacred Woman's alumni, continuing the work after station graduation?
So there are 2 calls that happen, and I'll let Trainer Fur talk about the first Sunday. The third Sunday, Tracy Queen and I actually came together and created a deep dive. And it's actually an opportunity for sisters to really begin to assess how they're living in the gateways, to review the gateways, and to be able to connect and bond in smaller groups, as we do breakout sessions where we give them process questions where they actually analyze how they are living the gateways and how they're standing in the principles of Ba'at. And they also provide additional support that they get from the first Sunday that other sisters are actually facilitating. So the Alumni Circle on the 3rd is really an opportunity for you to get real honest with yourself about how you're living, what your challenges are, and to get support from other sisters to move through. And to give you an example of that, Tahuti has always been a challenge for me because I come from a family of Southern matriarch women, you know, and the tongues are lethal. So I got it honestly. And 18 years in, I still struggle with it because it's really about managing my emotions. And as I went through this detox and began to release the toxins, I've gained more control over my emotions, and I have more tolerance for the nonsense that used to make me fly off the handle. I'm more easygoing now. And this is just in the past 2 weeks. I'm no longer just impulsively reacting to people's nonsense and being triggered. And that just comes from making a shift in the diet. So if people really don't understand how food impacts us mentally and emotionally, not just physically, losing the weight is the easy part, right? The harder part is really getting the mental intact that comes from the destruction of the toxic foods that we eat.
Wow. So that means that we're not going to fall off. We have arms around, and it took time to get there, you know, but we're here. I feel the alumni is now rooted, like Sacred Woman is rooted. Yes. And then we're just going to grow through all the seasons, and the work will continue to expand throughout the country and throughout this world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for,
Thank you.
This is, you're on number 9, 18 years.
Yes, 18 years.
How long were you for Comedics 101? Did you do graduate?
So I did Comedics 101, I did the following season, 2004, so it's 19 years since Comedics 101, and that too is a course that I recommend you develop online so you can take it, because that was the foundation for me that really allowed me to fully embrace who I was as an African woman as I got the history. I mean, I went natural. I went from being fried and dyed to locks down my back, taking the wig off, just really understanding the history of who we are and how we not contribute to the world, but created everything in this world. Just gave me a sense of pride, you know. Yes. So yes, I'm grateful for that.
So Babu will bring that forward.
Yes, and I'm committed to helping him bring that forward.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so that it shall be done. It shall be done. Wonderful. Okay.
All right, Queen, we're going to go into the dates for the program with
just one.
Kwashiba.
Well,
All right, Kwashiba, you ready?
Yes. All right,
All right,
greetings,
go ahead.
everyone. Hi, Hitep. I'm Kwashiba Bay, and I'm super excited to be speaking to everyone today. I am the new Director of Education for the Queen Afua Wellness Institute. I'm also a Seeker Woman practitioner, Wumi Yoga dance instructor, as well as an Emerald Green holistic practitioner. So super excited to be serving and coming back in a deeper capacity. I want to share with you just some key upcoming dates for the Sacred Women's schedule. We're super excited to be bringing you in with a series of pre-program instructions and dialogue before the program begins. This is something that we've seen as a team to be super effective and super helpful for all the sacred women in the making to transition into the program. So one of the key upcoming dates for us will be our orientation session. That will be on the 28th. That's Sunday the 28th of March. So that'll be next week Sunday. We're going to have orientation for you divided into two groups because we have a lot of West Coast and Midwest Sea Stars coming in the program as well. So we're going to have a group A and a group B for that. So look out for a upcoming Zoom reservation link for that. And we will be going through the policies of the program, dress code, as you can tell, the colors of white as well as the colors of the gateway are used throughout the program. So we go over that. We go through confidentiality and just different things about the program so you're feeling secure. We also have some cleansing protocols that are part of the program as well. In addition to that, we also will be having a tech Q&A call for anyone who's dealing with any issues using our online learning platform, or if anyone is having any issues, handling the Zoom calls or with anything technical, I'll be fielding that particular call. The orientation will be myself and Seeker Woman Trey, in addition to other members of the QAWI team. But for the tech call, will be myself and any other team members that we may need to just make sure you're having the best technical experience possible. I give thanks Queen Esther Star, the Sacred Woman Dean. She gave me the name of the spiritual techie. So that is my role. I'm going to be helping with systems and operations and making sure everything's smooth for everybody. So March the 31st will be our tech call for all of the Sacred Women in the making. And then the next call, which will actually be Sunday, April 4th, will be our third pre-program call. And this one will be discussing, will actually be a Meet the Mentors call. So this one will be fielded by our Sacred Women head mentors, which is our Jennifer and Hideyu. And in addition to Sacred Women practitioner Trey, who is the program manager for Sacred Women, they will be fielding that call and helping the women to connect with their mentors, learning more about the mentors and their walks and their stories, and how the mentorship program will be holding space for the Sacred Women as they go through this journey. The mentorship program is an integral part of the experience, and so we want to make sure everyone is, just connected to their mentors. Any questions about the program, in addition to actually meeting them and learning about their stories and their journey. So as you saw from the testimonies before, we have Sacred Women from Antiquity, we have Sacred Women of the Renaissance who've come through in different periods, who have businesses of their own, who are walking in their purpose and are along this path. So we've brought together these three different pre-program calls for you to really make it a more holistic experience. So everyone's feeling, clear about the expectations of the program, what's necessary, what do I need to do to be prepared for April 11th, and in addition to being able to handle any technical issues and feeling comfortable and connected to your mentor. So we're super excited for those upcoming pre-program events. Sacred Woman will be starting April 11th. That is our official date. But, and so students are still enrolling now, as well as Men Heal Thyself. I know Men Heal Thyself will be holding some space a little later in the evening. But that will be our launch dates for those rites of passage programs. And so we're super excited, and I'm so happy to be holding space with you. Once again, I'm Kwashiba Bay, QAWI Educational Director. You'll be seeing me on emails, and we'll be helping in the back end to make sure you're having the most divine and sacred experience possible. So I give thanks.
Give thanks and praise. Well, thank you, Sacred Woman Practitioner Kwashiba. We appreciate you so much for pulling everything together. And let me introduce myself.
I can introduce you.
Oh, give thanks, please. Honored and humbled.
Well, I'm so delighted that you are here and you have stood the test of time. We went through the burning coals together, and then you are a shining being. As a result, dwelling in light, you know, that pressure of that diamond, when it goes through, that it glistens, and you are glistening. You are radiant in body, mind, and spirit. And this is none other you see before. This is Sacred Woman Practitioner, Moon Yoga Dance Teacher, Moon Wellness Breast Heart, and you know, so we just thank you because you are in charge of moving forward Kwashiba, our school, especially Sacred Woman, because Sacred Woman is the flagship. So you do everything so beautifully and impeccable. And we just had to do a lot of transformation so you can have a seat in and that you can blossom in it and you can blossom us within it. So we're so grateful that you are here today at this auspicious time. Thank you so much.
Thanks. I am honored. Protect everyone. I'm so honored to be in this room full of these vibrant beings and these spirits and the ancestors. I know are pleased. As Queen Afua said, I am Sacred Woman Practitioner Trainer for Mo'ima Ma'at. That's the entire name, but I won't quiz you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And yes, I am the director of the Queen Afua Wellness Institute, and just making sure that everyone has the best experience possible, as we all do. We all do so much hands-on and hands around and compassion for this work. And so excited about this anniversary edition. I'm going to be a groupie in after this, getting my book signed. So if you haven't gotten the expanded anniversary, right now, right here, right now, you know how to multitask while you're watching. Please don't go too far, but make sure you go on Amazon and order that book, and Man Heal Thyself as well. So give thanks. So Kwashiba said so much, and all of it wonderful. You'll be seeing me throughout your journey. Those of you that decide, and I hope everyone on here decides to come, take that journey for us for 12 weeks. So I'll be popping in on Sunday. We'll be opening the way for Queen. We call it Queen Team. It's myself and the other sisters who have been around for Queen. When it was face-to-face, just making sure that the women in the space were great. The altar was set up like we came in earlier, and we set up the altar for Queen, making sure that the plants were there for the libations, to give you that full experience on what our ancestors have done and was stolen from us so long ago, getting us re-familiar and reacclimated to that. So we give thanks, and I will be there playing some music every now and again whenever Queen says, Maestro. Celestial DJ, he calls me. So you'll see, he says DJ Trey. And then all of a sudden, I even got a shirt. My husband bought me a shirt that says DJ Trey. So you'll even hear, we've been working together for 8 seasons now. So when Queen says certain things, I know what song she's talking about. So we've kind of built a playlist, myself on the East Coast and my brother Kazi on the West Coast have put together sort of a playlist in addition to the beautiful music that is on the Sacred Woman soundtrack. So you will have access to that once you register. So we give thanks and praise. Also in alumni, along with my sister, Sacred Woman Practitioner, or Sacred Woman Priestess, excuse me, Tanya Shirais Odams, on the first Sunday of every month, and this happened right after I ascended, which was in 2017. Very, very, very memorable time back then. And it seems just like yesterday, Queen says, well, we want to continue this work. And as I'm teaching, you have to make sure that the alumni doesn't drop. You don't just ascend and then that's it. That world will eat them up alive if they don't stay on their seat. So myself and 6 other sisters, she said, okay, this is how my vision looks. And that was the alumni call. So each gateway, what you'll be going through is one gateway, as Queen had mentioned, went through 12 gateways, 1 per week. In alumni, you will come in after you ascend and you will stay in those gateways 1 per month. And the first Sunday is prayer and meditation. So a lot of sisters come in and they say, well, you know what, I have a lot of mind chatter. I don't know how to center myself. You'll learn that in Sacred Woman, but also you'll continue that in the journaling process, the prayer process. Like Queen said, on page 133, I have to get familiar with what page it's on now, but I am the church. I am the mosque. I am a sacred Christian woman. Hallelujah. I am a sacred Rastafari woman. And so we have all of the spiritual houses. We want each of you to come in because this is about healing. It's about spirituality because we're connected to one source, but it is mostly about healing. It's all about healing. We're going to be healing until we're ancestors and learning until we're ancestors. So, and having the opportunity to heal with so many sacred women across the board, so many sacred women from the eldest sacred woman, which I think is 73, down to the youngest sacred woman who is 16. Well, right now, is 16. And just, joining arms, locking arms, so many activities in alumni. We're doing the detox. We're coming to the 3rd workshop right now. Last week, we did the living room and we did the Ari2 healing, the sound healing. So there's just so many wonderful things to raise our vibration. And as Queen says, to keep and stay and maintain yourself in the heights. So I give thanks and praise. I look forward to each and every one of you, and also the men. I look forward to seeing you just across the way in Man Heal Thyself. So give thanks and praise to our intern.
Ooh, to our intern.
Work together. Yes. Harmony. So Queen and Queen Esther Asenebenhet.
So now
This is now my Asenebenhet, and then after she speaks, we will pass it right on over to our sacred men. Men heal thyself.
Oh, yeah, they could see the sisterhood.
Oh.
They see the sisterhood.
Wait, do you want to explain the greeting while we're here?
Mm-hmm. Well, can you hear my voice? Just pay attention to the position. Well, we embrace each other. There's a few ways that you can embrace each other as sisterhood. You can place your palms together by your heart, and then you can salute one another's divinity. Yes, that's one way. Another way is you can take your hands from your heart to your heart, and then kiss each other, bless each other. That's another way. And another way is you might embrace your sister and go to the right and left and right and left. And this represents the 4 directions and the 4 elements. And those are ways you can embrace your sister. Or you can just shout and scream and hug each other to the. Yeah, so that's the greeting. Those are the different greetings. So you're not second we're not locked in a box. We're not trapped. We are free, liberated, whole women. And so this work is based on those principles. And one of the key principles of this work is sisterhood. That's what the women are drawn to. They love the way the sisters, there's not backstabbing, there's gossip. If we see it, we come and bring it out to healing. Because we have habits that we bring into the circle. So if there's a problem, we come, we help, we support one another. There's no crabs in the barrel. If you are lifted, I'm lifted, we're lifted. We're lifting each other up. We come to each other's aid. If one has fallen or she's stressed out, her sister will come and support her. And that's really our legacy. It's those sisters from the beginning of time. Ours, the great mother, and ours is interchangeable. Ours flows between both women. That's the great mother on her throne of power, the great queen. And then there's Nebuchadnezzar, the one who's the supporter, who's close to the creator within, the most high creatures, and checks in and gives advice and counsel. They counsel one another. All of that. These two women will do no more in the class of the teachings what they did for Asar. As they gathered all of his body members together when he was most challenged and cut up into many pieces and spread throughout the land. It was these sisters who came together to find his body members and to bring him back to life. And so these are the women who lighten the darkness, and they have come to lighten the darkness. So we give thanks. This is your sacred system, and this is some of what it looks like. You know, this is some. Could you share for a moment your sisterhood?
My name.
Yes. Well, let's go there.
Yes, I say.
So you are so cool. Who you see before you with all the beauty and all the grace? You see Sacred Woman Practitioner, Sacred Womb Yoga Dance Practitioner. Also, Emerald Green, Holistic Practitioner. And then we have the hope between you and your husband, the deacon, the deaconess. Yeah, the church. And we spread the healing at the church. We have a young blood church. 100 kids went out. We were right there with me every single week with the classes. So all of that devotion to the community and to the works and the family. You're one of our young, your daughter's one of our youngest sacred women. Both of your daughters went through, and the youngest one went through. And so they went through because you set such a tone, and you got them so excited. And so we give thanks. And then you dress many of the women. And you also, when we have our fashion show, our Heifer Room fashion show, you adorn them and make them feel wonderful. Allow them to be connected themselves. So without further ado, please share with us. And then you both share the sisterhood, the blessings of the sisterhood.
Okay. My name is, I am Sacred Woman Sanefa Aserika. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, I can't wait to see your beautiful faces. This sisterhood is just amazing. This is my sister right here. We went through the mud and we came out and blossomed. And we're here. We're here. We stay connected. She made sure I stay connected. She made sure I stay connected to the sisterhood. I wasn't going anywhere. You know, sometimes you just feel like, oh, okay, maybe not today. And that telephone call will come like, girl, we got to do this. We got to do that. I'm like, I'm right with you. I'm here. I'm here with you. I don't care what it is. Let's do this. We're going to get this work done. And we do it all for you. We're doing it all for you. Now, we're not being selfish about this. We spread and share and just love on you when you come into this sisterhood. But you'll see me. You will see me. I'm getting a little, a little nervous. But yeah, I'm definitely here.
And also, we hear of both of your testimonies on both of you are famous. You're stars, and we see, and you shared your hearts. Please check out their testimonies. They're really quite inspiring. For some of you feel like, I don't know the way out, I don't know the way through, I don't know how to make it happen. They'll share with you their transformation story. Maybe you can do a little bit of it live as sisters.
Okay. What story we telling?
I guess the infamous story, Queen.
Oh.
Okay. We're going to get this done at
once. So You know, a lot of us melanated women come from communities that there breeds a lot of contentment, a lot of resentment, a lot of jealousy, and as Queen mentioned before, crabs in the barrel. The older you get, the more of that padding of that toxicity you carry with you. The bags, as our sacred sister Erica said, bag lady. Yeah. So I have a house full of men, my husband, my sons, and I always was able to make friends. Yes,
House full of women.
Yes, and I always was able to make friends easily, and always was a protector, very protective spirit when I saw, you know, some injustice or anything being done to another sister, to a fault probably. So my grandmother always said, you can't save everybody, you know, so save some for yourself. So in this rites of passage, a lot of things, a lot of layers. I thought I might have had one issue, but it turned out that each season I said, oh, I'm in the gateway of this and I'm in the gateway of that, and healing that up and healing up those chakras, the arites, right? So this sister came in, and I was already in the alumni welcoming the sisters, as you will experience. And, you know, I said, oh, she looked beautiful, and she had head wrap, and I said, okay, well, I thought she was a sacred sister. I didn't know that she had not gone through the rites of passage yet. She was prepping in the prep stages, and had a very intimate relationship with Queen Afua, her family, and I just observed and okay. Okay. Okay, very quiet. She sat just like she's sitting now. Okay. She came in with her daughters, and I thought that was beautiful, and we became friendly acquaintances. As we went through, and I'm going to pass the baton to her, as we went through, and as the seasons grew on, and as we were helping together now, her and alumni with the other sisters, there is energy and frequency, everything has it. So sometimes, you know, we would make friends with other sisters and help other sisters with problems. Sometimes you take on that energy. Used to be a Girl Scout back in the days, and there was a saying that says, make new friends but keep the old. One is silver, the other is gold. And I said, I try to keep all of these things and these pieces with me. A lot of things that happen with women, the energy, and, you know, we're on different levels of healing. Well, there came a time that I, you know, was looking and being in that protective mode. I was like, yeah, you know, you need to be more this and you need to be more that, more demanding instead of more compassionate to what was going on with her. And I'll pass the baton because I thought that she would just fall into, oh, okay, I understand, sis.
But I went into, who do you think you're talking to? I'm not going to do that. I'll do what I want to do when I want to do it. You can't force me. This woman thinks she's my mother, girl. Wow. We went into that whole, honestly, we went into that whole thing. We got a big fight. Not getting into physical, not physical, but very verbal. It was a verbal fight. We stopped speaking for months, almost a year. We had counsel from Queen Afua and Queen Esther. They
oh yes, the infamous circle.
We had circles. We had telephone calls. We had it all because they saw in us what they see now that we didn't see then. That's what happened. It was like, oh, are you kidding me? No. Y'all better get your whole life together. He was like, I can't tell you. I would never.
I'm protecting my energy.
Yep.
She would stay over there.
Yes.
All of the head rolling,
all of really happened.
All of that.
It really happened.
All of that. When really the compassion and the healing comes from not doing that. Let's stay over there. It's helping your sister. Right. Let's talk about this, sis. How can I understand what you're going through? You know, maybe you're going through something that you didn't say that you're going through, and you didn't want to say you're going through, but let me allow you that space to heal. And allow you some time to heal. Well, one day, Queen Afua and Queen Esther got us in a circle. And Queen was going down with the feather to each person. And I worked on several projects with Queen Afua, and I kind of had a feeling what was going on at Ascension. Our beautiful Queen Afua. We knew it. And I looked at her sister. I said, "Is she for real?" And I'm at the end going, I'm at one end. And then Queen came over and said, "I forgive you. Will you forgive me?" I was like, I forgive you, Queen. I forgive you, but you know. The whole sacred woman at that time, they got, and this was right at Ascension Weekend. And we got into a circle, and just the energy and the love. And the sacred women in Jamaica had no idea what had transpired before between she and I. But that love, and that love circle, that never-ending circle, we looked at each other, and I was like, I'm not apologizing. No, I hear when I'm ready to hear. Doing a little girl thing. Yeah. It's like, no. Yeah. We were. Yeah. Stubborn. Very stubborn. Yes. And I just said, Most High, give me the words and surrender. And I spoke my peace to her. She spoke her peace to me. We embraced. And that was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And we inseparable. Sisterhood and the healing is real. It's real. And things will happen like that. Just hold on. Just hold on. Yeah. Yes. Wow.
Did you all get a chill on that? That is so.
Hey, my name is Cordell Brown. I'm based in Birmingham, Alabama. I heard about the Man Heal Thyself program through Queen Afua's Instagram page. I had previously purchased the Man Heal Thyself book, so I was greatly excited to hear that there was a program to complement the book. The key thing that I took away from the program that I liked the most about the program was the accountability that I had from the fellow brothers. Prior to it, I think I didn't have as much structure that I think is necessary in one's life. I feel like I now have that structure after the program. And the last key thing is the community from the brothers that were also along for this journey. I think that's going to be a impactful lifelong friendships and relationships.
This program has been nothing less than amazing for me. It was presented to me at a time where I was at my lowest and my most vulnerable. I had little to no self-esteem or motivation to want and or do better. This program has not only changed how I think of myself, but has also elevated my self-worth, my confidence, and my ability to show up for myself as the best self. I am a king. I am a man of ultimate wellness. I am a master problem solver. I am a wellness warrior. Ashe.
Wow. Greetings, and Ashe, everybody. My name is Hallelujah Walcott. I am the program director for Man Heal Thyself, Rites of Passage program. Let me do it like this. Original. Here we are. I have to just give some shine right now for this. This is happening right now. So the original text created by Queen Afua through inspiration from her sons Ali the Great and Supernova Islam has now ascended in and of itself to this Man Heal Thyself, the wellness warrior's journey to self-mastery. Let me just put a little bit of shine on this book. So this book, written by my spiritual cousin Supernova Islam and my spiritual auntie Queen Afua, has been the #1 on Amazon's wellness and self-help pages online. So this book just released is now a #1 seller. I say this because it's important to recognize that the men are making strides towards their healing. You've all heard and watched the story of how Sacred Women, how the Queen of Afua Wellness Institute has come about. You've met the dean of the school. You've seen Queen speak. You've had surprise visitors because the women have been doing this work. Baba Sumaj talked about how the labor pains of helping bring Sacred Woman, the text together. Queen Esther called in from Ghana, and it has been hand in hand with Queen Afua for 30 plus, almost 40 years. The women have been doing the work for a long time. And it is just a wonderful and honoring experience to be able to say that the men now too can join in this divine and glorious work. Y'all have to excuse me. I'm excited. I'm in Los Angeles right now, so I'm not with the whole crew. So my energy is just all on its own, and that's just what we're gonna give y'all right now. So the Man Heal Thyself program, similar in fashion and setup to our Sacred Woman program, the predecessor, the blueprint, the green print, as you want to call it. It is a 12-week intensive inward journey towards self-mastery, designed for men of all races, men of all ages, men of all locations, socioeconomic backgrounds, religious backgrounds. We are interested in men and giving men the tools to heal themselves. In a moment, you're going to hear from Supernova Islam, and he's going to talk a little bit more about the inner workings of what we do in the program and things like that. But I just want to really just start with some of the overview of the basics. Again, it's a 12-week program, and similar to the Sacred Women program, we follow the 12 arits, the 12 aritu, or gateways, energy centers, chakras, arits, as far as this is concerned for the Man Heal Thyself program. Over the 12 weeks, we focus on a specific arit each week, and starting with the family man of unity and wealth, that is our arit number 1, our gateway number 1. This is our welcoming, opening, all of the men who may be already on their wellness journey and may have never even thought about a wellness journey and have found their way to the program. So starting with that, we focus on positive affirmations, diet choices, herbs and tonics and tinctures and clays and body parts that we should focus our energies on to help enliven those specific aspects that resonate with each aritu. We can read through them. We'll read through them quickly, just so you get an overview, because I know there's some men who are watching this that have already registered. Shay, we'll see you soon. There are some men watching this who are thinking about registering. Ashe, we look forward to seeing you soon. And there are some men who are just curious, sent here by the Sacred Women in their lives, and want to know a little bit more about what this journey or program consists of. Now, I do want to encourage anyone, if you're curious, whether you've registered or not, please, please, please arm yourself with this. Man Heal Thyself, the Wellness Warrior's Journey to Self-Mastery. Newly released, specifically developed and updated to coincide with our Man Heal Thyself Rites of Passage program. So that is going to be probably your best friend short of joining Supernova and I in the actual program. So there are 12 Adi2. There's the family man of unity and wealth. That's week 1. There's the sensual man of transformation and sensitivity. That's week 2. There's the transformation man of loving and unity. But you know what though? Let us go back, because each of these come with an arit, and they come with an affirmation that is designed to reflect and also enhance. So I'll just read it quickly. For arit number 2, which is the sensual man of heightened sensitivity, purification is on this day of my birth. I am purified. My phallus is of divinity. It's taking the idea of being a sensual and sexual being, but showing us how we can approach that from a higher place. So as we move forward, we have the transformation man of renewal, which reads, come forth and make the transformation. We have the lover man of harmony. I am pure of heart within a pure body. We have we've got plenty. There's 12 of them. And they're all so unique. The way Queen's broken them down is really lovely. Out of the 12, she's broken them down into separate groupings, which all kind of join together and coincide with the different stages of our own ascension as we go through it. So at the beginning of this process, the first 4 adits are really going to tie in together. And then you're going to make the next transition. And then you're going to make the final transitions. And so once you get into the next transition, you'll be dealing with the communication man of connectivity and creativity, really helping the men learn how to communicate within themselves and within those that are around them. We'll move forward into the intuitive man of clear vision. So this is how we take our inner vision. Now, after 6 weeks of intense work in this program, we've had cleaned out a lot of our internal blockages. So now our vision, even if it's not fully realized, we'll be able to access it. And so now, as an intuitive man of clear vision, we'll be actively working towards how do we create and manifest the vision that we have clearly inside. Let's see. So that's week 6. Number 7, the universal humanitarian man of global wellness. How do you be a man of global wellness? A humanitarian man of global wellness. That's the focus. Then you get into the final piece, right? The journey to becoming the actual supreme man of optimum wellness. You get into adit number 8, which is the illuminated man. This man walks around the street knowing that they are illuminated. The harmonizing man of serenity exudes peace because they're peaceful within. They've got their vision. They know how to connect. Their relationships are solid. And now they can harmonize with all of serenity. We have the nature man of regeneration. How do we rebuild ourselves through nature and nature's power? The alchemist man of change. The alchemist man of change is awesome. Alchemists, what do? They transmute. They change the divine properties of things into something else. And so by doing that, that's what we do within the program for ourselves as men. We are master alchemists for ourselves. And lastly, we get to the supreme man of optimum wellness. That's our adit number 12. That's our week 12. A lot of men, when they join the program, they'll say, well, after 12 weeks, I'm going to be a supreme man of optimum wellness, and I'm going to be a master at this and an expert. No, we say, no. That's not how it works. This is a lifelong journey. Wellness is a lifelong journey. I've known Queen Afua my entire life, and she's never once stopped and said, oh, well, I'm done. I figured it out. I'm good now. I can just relax. Never, ever, ever. This journey is such an undertaking, and it intimidates a lot of people, which is why it's not only until recently that the world of health and wellness has really started to take a front seat. The work that Queen Afua has been doing has been going on behind the scenes for many, 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 many years. You've probably passed her books in all of the herbal bookstores that you may have come across and remedy shops, and you've seen the cover of one here and one there, like, oh, that looks familiar. Work has been going on in the past, and now people are starting to recognize how important it is to take care of themselves. The men are starting to recognize how important it is to take care of themselves. So when we say at the end of 12 weeks, you've reached the state of supreme man of optimum wellness, you're able to recognize what that state can look like for you. You're able to recognize the signs and what is needed to maintain that state. This is the beginning of the journey. Queen Afua always says it. She says, once people hit ascension after the 12 weeks is over, this is just beginning. This is just the beginning. What we do in our program, Man Heal Thyself, Supernova and I endeavor to really create a solid foundation for which the men can utilize the tools that we are sharing with them, divined from our ancient Nile Valley practitioners, and we're bringing that forward as tools for your toolkit. When you are having a tough day, we encourage you to use the affirmation confirmation that you wrote for yourself within the first week. We do a lot of affirmations, some self-created, some that we have established. We do, I love that little pop-up. We do wellness baths and tonics and herbs and tinctures, physical activity, meditations, all of these things that we join in brotherhood with. We've created a fraternity of wellness. It's the first fraternity of its kind. We talk about, Supernova and I talk about a lot of this because we've been doing our promotion, right, for the next quarter of our program. And we've been doing a lot of online chats with people at various platforms. And we always talk about the fact that that this work is not an easy work, that this work is a journey where one has to be dedicated. One of our favorite quotes as a wellness warrior is committed to your commitment. Supernova will say that. Any man who's gone through our program up to this point will know what it means to be committed to your commitment. It is an incredible feat to do this work daily, and men need help, women need help, people need help, which is why the Sisterhood and Sacred Women was such a beautiful predecessor and example of how we can organize the men. So within our program, we have our Fraternity of Wellness, which does not stop once the program is over. We have our alumni meets once a month. We're all in contact. We share, we build and create, and we're always consciously thinking of how do we take ourselves and our brothers to the next level. There's a lot of really wonderful things that I can say about the program, not only as the program director, but as someone who's gone through the program and witnessing the shift within myself as I was embarking on the journey to help lead these men into their wellness. Queen would talk to me and I'd say, I don't know, Queen, am I ready for this? She said, yes, hallelujah, absolutely. And going through each week, feeling the change, feeling the brotherhood, feeling the levels rising within me. It's truly something I'll never forget, and I'm fully appreciative of, and why this work is so important to continue. So I hope to see many, many, many more of you men out there. For the women watching this, if you have the men in your lives, your sons, your husbands, your fathers, your uncles, your brothers, your nephews, let them know about this program. Send them to queenafua.com under the university, Queen Afua Wellness Institute. Let them come check us out. See more testimonials. They can register right there. This program is truly, truly life-changing. And not just for yourself, but also for those around you. We all know the feeling of when our sacred women start to ascend, and you can tell because their energy shifts and the house feels this way, and there's so much more joy and laughter, and boom. So now when the men happens, it's a similar effect. My wife looks at me differently when she sees I'm at my altar. Oh, good morning. Oh, good morning. You know, my children see me doing these affirmations and these breathing techniques and these and all of these different exercises, and that's what they're learning now, because this is what we do. And it's such a wonderful gift to be able to share that with the world around you as you just walk inside. People know wellness warriors when you walk down the street. Same way you can recognize a sacred woman, you'll know when you see a wellness warrior. We are out there and we are growing, and we invite you to join us. But before that, I would love to have Supernova Slam join us as well, because this man is an incredible partner in this. He is my spiritual cousin, but also my brother. And it is truly an honor to usher these men through this training. So, cuz, welcome. Congratulations on a #1 pick. I love it. I love it. Won't ever forget the old school OG, but I love this right here. And please, cuz, I'm so excited.
Well, the old school was the beginning in the information of deploying the need for men to heal. The spark my mother, Queen Afua, had was me raising wellness warriors, raising me and Ali. And so, although we were not mentioned in the original text like she was, you know, we pretty much helped her shape and mold the deployment of that text behind the scenes. And years fast forward later, she united yourself, my cousin Hallelujah, and myself to lead the brothers based upon the tenets and the principles. And after graduating, ascending, amazing body of men through the rites of passage, a really excellent shape and clarity started to form of what was necessary moving forward in the text to serve men at a greater level and a universal level. So enter Supernova Islam on the cover, and as a co-author, honored to be with my mother to expand on the text and the information for brothers that are ready to raise their hand to join the transformation of their self into their self-mastery. So it's an action call. I want to encourage all you sisters out there, get a book, get 2 books, get 10 books, get 20 books, and give them out as gifts from now until Father's Day, because we have to allow our men to move farther in their healing. We have a call out. There's amazing brothers in the formation for this spring semester that myself and Hallelujah are ready to excitingly usher in weekly or strongly into the daily disciplines. And so we're excited to usher our brothers into the paradigm of transformation. The work, though, this is a working course. This is not a talking head course for my brothers out there. This is a course that you are being guided and given tools and tips and instructions and assignments. Every 7 days, you're giving assignments. Within the 7 days, you'll be hearing the wellness ministry headed by myself. You'll be given the governance of what needs to be enforced for you to be successful by our beloved program director, Hallelujah Walcott. I call him the priest of the opening of the way. And in that 7-day period, you also will be greeted with a wellness juggernaut. These are powerful men that are doing powerful works in the world for many years in their specific profession of wellness, economics, empowerment, mind, science, metaphysics, physical fitness, and they'll be tuning in and coming in to add on to charging you. And that's how we structure it. But a man that is ready to put in work, you become a serviceman, okay? Hence the postman, hence a man of service to his country, right? You become a serviceman to yourself. So the book is a guide, right, that we use as an instrument to give you everything you need, all the instructions you need. We have affirmations in here to support. You will be given the assignment to create your own affirmation confirmation. Why is that important? Now, you can read an affirmation outside of yourself objectively to inspire your subjective mind, to be implanted for you to do the work. But also, in addition to that metaphysic, you have to channel an affirmation for yourself that you will confirm and add to your daily man, heal thyself, wellness warrior task every day. Every day you have to speak life into yourself. That's just one of the practices that you will be, of many, that you will be employed upon journeying with us. So it's really based upon the work. Hallelujah gave you the overview. We're using the Kemetic principles as a guidance and tool to inspire you, but we're not religious based. This is open for all men of all walks of life that really want to get into deeper holistic wellness, okay? But we're guided by an ancient Nabali ancestry, and I'm so happy to see my father today, Baba Heru Sinakra Samaj Sepata, who initiated me in the House of Kemet to be of service, non-dogmatically, but just to be of service to our brothers, to pour into them and to encourage them. And my mother, Queen Afua, who has raised me from the essence to be a wellness warrior. So I'm happy to greet you all. I'm excited to get busy and to deploy you all in a few weeks. We start on the 11th. That's our deployment date, where the Wellness Warrior Portal will be activated. In the meantime, brothers out there and sisters, we encourage you to celebrate with us. We're now #1 on Amazon in a few different categories. And that's phenomenal, because all me and mom did was get in front of the camera and say, go, it's here, and y'all went. And it's been phenomenal to have this work come at the highest signal at the time that we need transformation. What an auspicious alignment for us to be #1 while me and Hallelujah are championing out the call for men to truly heal themselves. So we appreciate you all. We want to also give shout out to our wellness warriors behind the scene, Chris Kazi Roll, who is who's one of the directors in the Queen of Force School, helping us as on the man side. He helps the females too, but definitely want to acknowledge him. And my brother Ali, Amici, who was actually knighted the first round in the 10 years ago to lead a small group of brothers through the initial charge that Queen Afua had in the first edition. So we want to definitely give honor and praise to him and his vision and Kazi's vision and Ali's visions to help support me and Hallelujah to do the work that we do, and the countless brothers that have lent their voices to us and for us so we can continue to serve brothers at a high level. Again, this is work. This is work. So all you have to do, dear brothers, if you want to see the value of this program, if you're willing to complete your daily assignments on the phone call, we do a lot of activities on the call. That's one of my charges, is that you're not only you're hearing the wellness ministry from me of the particular week, strong, or IRE2, the energy center. That's what the Eastern brothers call these chakras, and the Now Valley tradition is the IRE2 or energy center. So we focus on raising the energy every 7 days, right? So you'll be given tasks in the call. So in the midst of the call, we'll be actually doing activities, and those activities is how you see the brothers unfold. You know, is by we ask certain questions, and you do various written assignments on the call, and you, along with your brothers, you know, you start to, now you have to, it's like class, you know, you have to read out your assignments to your brothers. And, you know, men naturally have a competitive thing about it, even though we are a bunch of alphas that inspire each one, teach one, each one, reach one. The spirit of the natural competitive nature is beautiful, because without the negative connotation of competition, the brothers raise to the occasion to want to share their channel. And then me and Hallelujah administer assignments that they need to partake in until the next phone call, right? So what we've seen is the more brothers put in the work and time, over time, the quality of the program reflects the quality of the daily work they put in themselves. Now, men have been trained to be external go-getters. I go get things for my family. And, you know, and so the wives and the children start to become a thing that is acquired that they have to maintain. And then the job, and then going out here hustling and bustling. Man, Heal Thyself Wellness Warrior says, nothing works unless I work. Right? So nothing works unless you do. So in order for me to continue to stand up and be a constant nurturer, provider for my family, for my loved ones, for my children, in my work in the world, I must pour into me. And so we in this program, you know, have administered, inspired by my mother's teachings of holistic wellness, is to allow brothers to pour into themselves, get them into daily disciplines and practices, establish a wellness repetitious protocol over several weeks until we reach the 12th week of transformation. The brothers that raise their hand and say, I'm willing to make no excuses for my wellness, and I'm willing to serve my highest and wisest every time I join the call. And when I'm not on the call, I'm working on myself, and I'm excited to what we call seed the report. And seed the report is a report that is given based upon tasks being completed, right? And so this culture of accountability, discipline, doing the holistic work, coming back, is exactly what Hallelujah Walcott expressed about. We are a fraternity of holistic wellness. Okay, so we hold you to a holistic wellness standard. What is holistic wellness? Holistic wellness is the daily practices, rituals, and habits, mind, body, and spirit, to qualify and allow the person to have an exemplary life, a quality life, an optimum life. Okay, exemplified life, an optimum life. And so this is the culture that we want upon men, is to pour into himself. The more men pour into themselves with discipline and daily rituals and protocols, and allow himself to be accountable, and also his brothers to be accountable for him, he has no course but absolute success to optimum health and wellness. And this is what we extend our hands to allow you to join us in. We definitely want you to go to Amazon.com and make sure that you get the new edition of Man Heal Thyself, The Wellness Warrior's Journey to Self-Mastery. I'm going to read a few things from this book before I close out. But I'm excited, dear brothers, for you to join us. We have a few more weeks. So if you have any brother, cousin, uncle, grandfather, father, young men from 18 years and older that you would like to invite on the Wellness Warriors Journey, you can go to queenafua.com and you can enroll your king man into joining a group of powerful alpha men that are standing up as stewards of wellness. And we look forward to helping them go through the initiatory rites that is required. So I'm going to read the dedication of this text, okay? And I know I speak for Hallelujah when I dedicate this text. Again, this is the new book with my mother, Queen Afua, that we co-authored, Man Heal Thyself, The Wellness Warrior's Journey to Optimum Wellness, the dedication. We offer this document to men who are each on his quest to heal thyself. Men who are in pain and in need of healing. We dedicate Man Heal Thyself, Wellness Warrior to you. Men who are abused and so have become abusers. As he searches for change and transformation, we dedicate Man Heal Thyself, Wellness Warriors to you. Men who are starving for peace of mind, wholeness, fulfillment, and encouragement, we dedicate Man Heal Thyself, Wellness Warriors to you. Men who are broke, who have broken hearts, smashed limbs, shattered dreams, worn souls, we dedicate Man Heal Thyself, Wellness Warriors to you. Young men who are up and coming in the new generation, we dedicate Man Heal Thyself, Wellness Warriors to you. May you walk and walk strong throughout your journey of self-mastery. Men who are financially well and in a state of abundance, we dedicate Man Heal Thyself, Wellness Warriors journey to you. To the millions of men in the United States and the world abroad, we who are uninsured, unprotected, uncared for, unloved, and left for dead, we dedicate Man Heal Thyself, Wellness Warriors to you. May you gain support, momentum, and strength in your pursuit to the life of wellness. And finally, we dedicate Man Heal Thyself, Wellness Warriors to all our mothers, grandmothers, wives, sisters, and lovers who stand, wait, and pray as the men travel on their journey to heal thyself. Brothers, I'm excited. This is a powerful text. We will be unpacking and putting a blessed circle of myrrh, love around you, and hold you to the highest standard. And I will close with the Wellness Warriors Creed and Oath. The Wellness Warriors Creed. The Man Heal Thyself Wellness Warriors Creed is a power charge to affirm your daily progress and journey towards self-mastery. Recite Man Heal Thyself Wellness Warrior Creed and Oath every day as to empower your daily ritual to activate and sustain your mind, body, and spirit wellness. We'll open with the Wellness Warriors Oath. As a wellness warrior, each day I pledge to honor my health and wellness of my mind, body, and spirit with high vibrational awareness, choices, and interactions. Whether within or outside of myself, I make a deep commitment to my daily commitment. 24/7 and 365 days a year to defend myself against all toxic foreign enemies from outside of me, such as viruses, low vibrational people, places, and things. I make a deep commitment to my commitment to protect myself against all enemies and blockages and toxic thoughts, habits. As a man of Heal Thyself Wellness Warrior, I am committed to personal development and transfiguration daily. Every day is a new gift, a new opportunity, a new chance for a greater quality of life, for optimum wellness through self-mastery. And we will read the Wellness Warriors Creed. The Wellness Warriors Creed. Because I am a wellness warrior, no matter where I am deployed in my life, I will honor my wellness as a man that heals thyself. No matter my job description, no matter where I find myself on this planet, I make no excuses for honoring my wellness. No matter the demands of chaos of life, my well-being is a priority. I will not compromise the opportunity to build and to obtain a greater quality of life for self-mastery. No excuse wellness is my creed. Ashe, Tuwa Nter. Thank you, family. Brothers, we look forward to you journeying with us over the next 12 weeks when we begin our deployment April 11th. If you have not enrolled, we welcome you with open arms to enroll. In the meantime, we want you to arm yourself with the greatest tool known to man right now. Okay, this is the Wellness Warriors Guide. One day you will be amongst millions of men on this planet. Mark my words on this day. The fact that the universe has made us number one is an alignment testament that the call has went out in the cosmos. Men will awaken. We will challenge toxic masculinity and restore our men to the interhead, the Godhead of power and responsibility, responding with the ability to be a warrior of wellness. Wellness warrior salute.
Wellness warrior salute, Supernova. Wellness warrior salute. Y'all got a lovely overview of what's ahead. It's always great when we get to build because I love it.
All right, we still have to go live on my page, so let me
Yeah,
know when
we're gonna do that this week. Y'all heard that, right? We're gonna go live together on his page this week, so y'all can get some more action-packed, super hallelujah love.
We know there's some brothers out there that want to enroll, and I the Spirit's telling me by the time we start April 11th, we may have a serious enrollment situation happening.
This whole Rites of Passage program has been about centering and balancing and honoring and valuing oneself. And so I find that lover man of harmony still requires you to be in harmony and in balance with yourself first. And in doing so, that allows you to be love, radiate love, show love, receive and accept love from others, whether that be your beloved, your children, your family, whoever, colleagues, co-workers, all of your relations. But it's supremely important to find that balance, to find that harmony within yourself first. And in finding that harmony within yourself, you find that you're able to generate and project that love for yourself, so you feel it coming from inside first. And then you can be that beacon for others, for all of your relations, for everyone around you. You can be the beacon and the example. My beloved has looked at me in all kinds of different ways since I started this rites of passage and completed it. The feeling, the harmony that we have is enhanced. Even my relationship with my children, with my parents, and not to say that it's always harmonious, but if I'm in harmony with myself, then that allows me the space to check in with self first and see what I'm bringing to the situation, and then match and change and raise my frequency, my vibration, so that I can be better for myself and for them.
That's it. So that was you've seen a few of our testimonies. I encourage you to go to queenafua.com under the Queen Afua Wellness Institute tab, find Man Heal Thyself. We have more of the testimonials from our alumni, our vanguard. It's a wide range. They can tell you about the program better than I could. They're not as biased, but I would like to think at this point that they love this program just as much as we do, because we're wellness warriors, and we stand up and salute that. We are victorious, and to be a wellness warrior. Oh, here we go, indeed. To be a wellness warrior is truly a calling, and it is our legacy as not just men. Not only men are wellness warriors. Queen Afua was one of the original wellness warriors. She's one of the strongest wellness warriors that we know, and so we're inviting our men to join, become a wellness warrior, and to join us in our fraternity of wellness, and to really decide to take those steps to make a better inroads for themselves, because the time is now, and we got the tools. So who's with me? Auntie, I know you love this dance move. Who's with me on this? I share everybody. And thank you so much.
We are with you. We are with Man Heal Thyself. Thank you, Wellness Warriors. Salute. We're here. We came around full circle, and we are closing out now. And we just want to welcome all the spiritual houses in our world. I want to just call them out, because what is for the women is for the men. And so that no one feels like I've got to change my religion. This is a holistic pathway, a way of life. And we just welcome all the beautiful pathways of spirit charged to come and to walk with us on this quest. Thank you for everyone who came with their family and friends. Thank you so much for the sacred women who are conscious and ready and registered, and then for your families also who came in to join us on this auspicious day. You know, okay, here we are. This is page 129, and it says, I am a sacred Rasta woman. And what it is for the men to say, I'm a sacred Rasta man. And we all say together, everyone, Jah Rastafari.
Jah Rastafari.
I'm a sacred Hebrew Israelite woman, man, heal thyself. Shalom.
Shalom.
I'm a sacred Muslim woman, man, heal thyself. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
I am a sacred Hare Krishna woman, man, heal thyself. Hare Krishna, Hare Bo.
Hare Krishna, Hare Bo.
I am a sacred Buddhist woman, man, heal thyself. Nam Yoho Korenge Yo.
Nam Yoho Korenge Yo.
I'm a sacred Christian woman, and man, heal thyself. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I am a sacred Turtle Island woman, man, heal thyself. Aho.
Aho.
I'm a sacred Yoruba woman, man, heal thyself. Ashe.
Ashe.
I'm a sacred Nubian Kemetic woman, Hetapu, and man, heal thyself. Hetapu.
Hetapu.
And to all the many houses, spiritual pathways, this is not a cult. This is a cultural rites of passage.
Amen.
Where we learn to balance out our mind, our body, temple, our heart, our spirit, our relationships with our mother, father, sister, brother, friends, children, and where we begin to attract healthy relationships to ourselves because we are loving ourselves and we're giving ourselves daily wellness care. You're in the hospital of wellness, in the hospital of healing, and nature is calling you. Come to nature and heal thyself. Thank you so much for coming out today. It has been a joy. I'm sitting here in front of the altar to let you know that you are the altar. You are the temple. You are the shrine. You are the sanctuary. You are sacred ground. And so we honor you as we go forward. And to all of our practitioners who have been here and supporting our new initiates coming through, I want to thank you so much, because without you, we would not be able to be having such a successful journey. You nurtured the women, you lifted them up, you encouraged them. We have some of the most wonderful teachers and guides. So, for those who are ready to make the commitment to the commitment, just go ahead and register right now. The doors are closing. On the 31st, we fully close out. Then we'll be starting 2 weeks after, but we fully close out. So go ahead and register, be in that divine number. Right now, our numbers are growing in Man Heal Thyself, and for Sacred Women, they're also growing. You be in that number. This is an auspicious time to heal. Spring, the rite of spring, to cleanse and purify, crystallize your life, magnify your blessing, heal yourself. So, www.QAWI.com, register now. Call in if you have questions, if you're not clear about something. And we will definitely have our counselors call you back and support you as you navigate into the city of wellness. They say, I say, the people make up the city. If you heal the people, you heal the city. Ashe.
Ashe.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Today is a new day. Thank you so much for coming. And slowly I come. To the closing of the year.
I do a good job.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. It doesn't want to come off.
Mom,
Say one tray.
wait. Come on, let me take a group picture of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna give a picture of you guys.
sisters are helping each other to be more powerful, and they're giving them more grace, and they're showing them how to run their own businesses and companies, and how to write books, and how to overcome their relationship issues. And it's just that, I call it quilting, our purpose. And that purpose must be delivered. When we come to this world, we're delivered into this world, but we come with our purpose already in us. And if we don't live out our purpose, we're always sad, hurt, or wounded. A lot of times we're afraid. We've been, born as a chattel slavery, we've been stunted, our growth. But much connect from the ancestral women says we can birth anything that we set our minds to. And so I'm seeing the women birthing and being ecstatic. So the women are cleaning, they're vegetarians, they're vegans, they're live foodists, but they're also culturally conscious, and the women are coming from different spiritual houses. They're Muslim sacred women, and Christian sacred women, and Buddhist sacred women, and Akan sacred women, and Yoruba sacred women, all from a root from the Nile Valley woman. And that root has branches, and those branches, if we feed the women, the branches will be vibrant. And every gateway just gives us the strength to now birth our purpose. If we see a sister, we all come together and we help her. We nurture each other. And all in sacred, we also nurture our men. We want our men to be strong and able. We nurture our children. We nurture the elders. So it's a circle of love. So that's why I believe women are looking for their medicine, and they find their medicine in the gateways, and they're mystical women. They're enchanting women. A group of sisters asked her to come and bless the circle. She said, oh, like they said, black girl magic. Oh, you want some of that sacred woman magic. That fabulousness and that peace and that joy and that colorful spirit and that loving being. They want that. The women want and the men want. Everyone loves the sacred woman. I am Queen Afua, and I want to welcome you into the Sacred Woman series.
Sacred Woman, a guide to healing the feminine body, mind, and spirit, is a literary classic from Queen Afua, a 40-year holistic practitioner and wellness coach. The book has sold over 200,000 copies worldwide. It inspired women like Jada Pinkett, Willow Smith, Erykah Badu, Lauren London, India Arie, just to name a few. It has been developed into a rites of passage online program which has successfully graduated over 3,000 women. The Ascension is a 3-day retreat where sacred women come together to strengthen the bonds of sisterhood using the gateways, womb yoga dance, and other powerful healing modalities. The documentary film series tells stories that highlight the creation, power, and impact of the book. Alongside Queen Esther, Queen Afua has built Sacred Women into a global community influencing the lives of 2 million women and their families. Join us in celebrating the 20th anniversary of Queen Afua's Sacred Woman book.